the old ex-girlfriend.
What's it been, like 3, 4 years?
8 years, 7 months, and 6 days, give or take.
Am I, sensing feelings?
Well, you're right. The only ones who gods care about is themselves. So this is my vow. All gods will die. I just want to say that was very, very impressive what you did back there.
He's just my first bad guy.
You never forget your first. You are not like the other gods that kill. Because I have something worth fighting for.
Let's see who you are. I take off your disguise. And flick.
Oh, you flipped too hard, damn it!
Should we help him?
And eventually, grape.
Wow.
That's a lot of Thor. That's more Thor than we've ever seen.
I've decided what I'm most excited about for tonight, Anthony. We're starting to get some arrivals here on the carpet. Friends of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Very exciting. Hey, Marvel Universe, what's up? Hey, if you've got Mjolnir, hold up Mjolnir. Who's got Mjolnir?
We got some Stormbreakers and helmets in there, too.
Woo! Lot of Mjolnirs. Hey, do we have any Stormbreakers? Where's Stormbreaker? Oh, we got way more Mjolnirs.
Yeah, that's true.
Way
It's
more
true.
Mjolnirs. Stormbreaker not getting enough respect, I think, tonight.
You know, I think after tonight, Stormbreaker will make it known that he is worthy.
I believe so as well. Hey, you know who else is worthy? All of the wonderful people that have helped to put together this event tonight. You are seeing some of this carpet behind us, but you have no idea how amazing this actually looks. From all of the amazing stand-ups to the costumes to the props, and there's an amazing team of artisans that put this together out of nothing over the last 2 days. Let's see how they did it.
Ahí está, ahora sí, buenas noches. Vamos a esperar que entren los otros sabros. Ojalá no se lo tumben por copyright. Hola André Moreno, Sergio Martínez.
Are you a Marvel insider yet?
You see that QR code on your screen? You want to grab your phone, you want to scan it, and you want to join Marvel Insider today.
Because you can earn points by reading articles and watching videos on Marvel.com.
Pero claro
you can
que
purchase
sí.
digital comics, you can answer quizzes, and much
Ahí está, hola Chuchuro.
To rack up those points, you can redeem them for cool rewards like digital comics, posters, experiences, and more.
And starting
Solo pa' acá
tonight,
nomás.
Marvel Insider has digital
Por-
copies of Thor
Solo pescar.
from
Ah.
2014, number
Ah.
1, available
Igual
to
estamos
you
en,
now,
estamos en
and
vivo ya, la
you
gente
don't
está
even
escuchando
need
ahí.
points to do that.
In this
Yo,
issue,
Coronel,
the
Sergio
goddess
Martínez,
of
André
Thunder
Moreno
says, you
y
wanna know more about her story?
7
Start your
personas
journey
más.
today by claiming your copy.
Alemanes.
And remember
Van
that
a
there
ver-
are limited
van a estar
quantities,
Cristian Rivera
so
y-
act fast. And remember, it's
Seguramente.
free to join, so
¿Lo han
start
detenido
today
todo?
and get
¿Está
rewarded
así tal
just
cual
by
está
being your
detenido?
Marvel fan self.
Sí,
Scan the QR code or visit Marvel.
está en, para que escaneen y se lleven su cómic. Su Mighty Thor número 1.
A
Yo
ver,
lo
a
tengo
ver,
en
a ver,
físico
a ver.
además.
All right. Everybody is starting to arrive. The crowd is getting very, very excited. I want to know, Tamara,
Pero igual
how
lo
are things going over
escaneen,
on your end?
escaneen. Porque está, lo tendré en físico, pero nunca lo he leído.
Ahí está, Marvel Insider. A ver, Become Insider. Oh, pero nada, oh. Solamente es la página, qué mierda. ¿Qué tal caca que es? Uy, ahí está, la alfombra roja. ¿A quiénes veremos en la alfombra roja esta noche?
A Ben Affleck, a Henry Cavill, obviamente.
¿Qué? No.
¿Cómo que no?
All right, everybody. Now we have
¿Ellos
been
no
talking
son de
about
Marvel también?
all of the wonderful Marvel fans have been
claro.
out here on the carpet and some of their
¿No son lo
amazing
mismo?
costumes. You have seen
Tremendas
them
Marvelitas ahí.
in a wide shot.
Chupagampi.
You've seen them
No
from a
queda
jib.
mentira.
You've seen them from the air.
Chupagampi
But it's time to
son todos.
highlight some of the best cosplay that we have on this carpet.
Ahí está la gente que se transforma, ahí está esos atarantados que se visten así.
Que también irán a la función spoilera.
Claro, de todas maneras. De todas maneras.
Hay que ir vestidos, no les doy su entrada.
Uy, ahí está, mira ese Black Superior Thor, weón. Tú estás viendo. Pasa el link del que estás viendo para poder comentar lo mismo.
Ah, ya. Pero entra a Marvel, al canal de YouTube de Marvel.
Marvel Entertainment,
Sí,
¿ese?
Sí, ahí está.
Ahí estamos viendo
Oh,
ese.
está ya. Al toque. Ah, ya te perdiste.
¿Qué fue?
Había un Thor a freír con afro.
Claro, sí, por eso dije Black Superior Thor, weón.
Ah.
Yo lo estoy viendo. Lo veo antes, dices. Uy, bacán ese Thor, weón, es igualito. Concha su madre. ¿Ya para qué traje a Chris Hemsworth, weón?
Sí, ve.
Oh, es igualito, weón. Concha su madre. Oye, qué paja, sí compro, ¿ah?
Así igualito habrá el 6 de julio cuando vayamos a ver la película de los spoilers.
Ojalá, así todos van a estar. Oye, yo invito a la gente que vaya vestida, como siempre, vayan.
O desnudos.
También, si desean, ¿no? Rico para la gente, pero no.
Everybody's looking extremely wonderful. I cannot believe the dedication of these people.
Dedication.
But hello.
Hello, everyone.
But hello
Hello,
to you.
everybody.
Jamie
¿Cuántas
Alexander.
loquitas irán?
Lady Sif.
Ahí está Lady
Lady
Jamie. ¡Hala!
Sif,
¡Qué altota es Jamie
What have
Alexander!
you been doing in the meantime?
Bueno, igual
in
tiene
Ahora está con unos tacos de
Oh, what
4
have I been
metros, por
doing?
favor.
Igual es más alta que...
I'm
Igual es
pretty
alta,
sure if I
hermano.
say anything, a Marvel sniper will get me. But I will tell you that this movie's great. I can't tell you how I know that, but I can tell you that.
Dice que la película es
and you
great,
guys are gonna
pero
have
no
a lot
puede
of fun.
decir por qué es great.
It's an adventure.
Pero
it's a
es
hell of
great.
an adventure.
Sasha.
Could you just give us, if you had some hand signals and some winks that you could do to let us know what's happening in the film?
There are swords involved, guys. You should know
Dice
this.
que hay espadas
Actually, we were not
involucradas.
Swords.
Actually,
O sea,
we
va a
were
haber
not
cruce de
supposed to
espadas.
talk about swords.
Well, what, you set me up. He set me up.
Va a haber
guys.
espadas involucradas.
Honestly, Lady
Claro.
Sif has been jumping around everywhere in the Marvel universe.
está.
Last time we saw you were
Lady
you were
Sif has
torturing
been
Loki
jumping
pretty good,
around
which was
everywhere in
lovely.
Marvel.
That must have been fun.
I mean, for several reasons, guys. I feel like if there was anybody that needed to beat up Loki, it
Uy,
would
¿por
be
qué
Lady
menciona a
Sif.
Loki? ¿Qué tiene esto?
Extremely cathartic and very well
Porque
deserved.
tiene que aparecer
Now,
acá, pero
can
no.
you tell me about
¿Qué
the
no?
training that you did both for beating up Loki and for kicking butt in this movie?
Oh, beating up Loki, that just came naturally. I was just like, look, I got this. I'll roll in the day of. Just stand there, don't move. I did land a hit on him once, it was like a little love tap. I was moving a little faster than he was moving, and I made contact, and he fell to the ground because he was supposed to. I didn't knock him to the ground. And then he got up, and I said, Tom, I'm so sorry. He goes, no, it's great. And I was like, he thinks it's great. I'll do it again. And for
le están preguntando
this
que
installment,
fue a aparecer en
I
Loki.
didn't have to train, and you'll see why. That's all I gotta say.
Ooh, it's because you're just naturally a badass. Yeah?
That's right. I'll give you the money later. Thank you.
I do want to say that I think it's interesting that you threw in two little humble brags, which was number one, you were moving a little
Pero
faster
si
than
ya la
Tom.
película la están soltando acá.
That's
Casi
just, I can't help myself. It's just a fact. It's a fact. I
Hasta el
wasn't bragging.
6,
It was a fact.
6 de julio
And
ya
then number
habrán
two,
spoilers.
that it was a
Estará
love
super
tap for you,
spoileada
but he
esta
fell
película.
down instantly.
He was supposed to fall down, everyone. He was
La de
acting.
Doctor
That's what he
Strange,
told me.
la premier fue el día lunes.
You know, even though we've seen you jumping
en la
around in
semana
the
de
MCU
estreno.
for a while, we have not
Igual
seen
para los
you
gringos ya era
in
mucho
Thor
tiempo, pero para
proper for a
nosotros
little bit. How
no.
did it feel to kind of come back and be working with
Así
everybody
que gente,
again, back with the
seguramente
team?
no habrán
It was very
demasiadas sorpresas
nostalgic.
acá, así que
Very, yeah. It was great.
No
We are
quiero
so glad to have you back here.
bajar su hype,
And
pero yo
for
creo que
now, let's
solo
see
Tobey
what
Maguire,
Tamara
Venom
is up to. Tamara!
y Loki aparecerán.
Thanks, guys.
Hey,
Así que
Jimmy, it
bajen
is
sus
so much
expectativas.
fun to see Jamie talk
Ah,
about this.
¿qué?
Her
¿Tobey
sense of
Maguire
humor
dice que
is
sí va a
on full
aparecer?
display, but like it was really touching to see how
No,
much it
pero
meant to her
ya están
to
mostrando
come
la
back to the
película
Thor
y
universe.
van a
So
salir
I'm
spoilers
kind of
acá.
loving that. You know,
Ah,
there
de
are so
todas
many
maneras.
people here who are such
Con
a
que
big
salga
fan
Tom Cruise,
of
yo
this
me doy por
character
servido
and
nada
who
más.
have watched
claro.
these movies over and
Acá-
over, and
acá
they
tiene
all
que
have
ser.
their favorite parts. So we talked to some of the fans, as I mentioned, they've been here all day just waiting for the stars to show up. We talked to some of the fans
Porque
about
la
what
otra
some
sería
of
que
their
aparezca en
favorite best
Wakanda
moments
Forever y no-
from
no
Marvel
creo.
Studios Thor Ragnarok over the years
Claro,
have been.
no.
Let's take a look.
Hoy un Spider-Man de cosplay, eso ya está, confirmado Spider-Man.
Si querían pruebas de Toby God, ahí están.
¿Cuál es tu momento favorito de Thor?
Cuando termina, ¿no? Los créditos.
Claro, lo mejor de Obi-Wan Kenobi es que ya terminó. Tremendo título.
I still laugh every time I watch that one. My favorite team up is when Thor works with his brother Loki, like when they do Get Help in Thor Ragnarok. My favorite team up
Pues
is
era Pablo
Korg
Castillo.
and Thor. Korg is
Oh, de
my
verdad.
favorite character.
Oh, ese Thor viejo atrás hasta la hueva, carajo. Who's been Thor's enemy?
El
Uy, ahí
mejor
está.
Chris de
Uy,
Thor va a ser Christian Bale, ¿no? De todas
Ok.
maneras.
Christian Bale, de todas maneras, ojalá.
¿Qué hace Hawkeye ahí? ¿Significa que va a aparecer en Thor?
Claro.
I'm gonna go with
Ay, ¿qué fue? ¿Qué fue ese mono?
himself.
¡Está loca!
I have loved
Robotina.
Thor's journey, his hero's journey up until this
También
point.
conocida como
He has
Karen.
shown all of
Marín.
us as fans and as followers that you can have a falling and a deep state of yourself and always come back stronger than ever before. So Thor's biggest enemy was himself, but he overcame it, didn't he?
Mira, está el cartel de los Minions atrás.
Parte del MCU también, ¿ah?
También.
Hey,
Uy, ahí
I'm
está
here
nuestra
with
amiga,
Liam McHugh, who many of you know as
Zendaya iba a
Sprite from
decir,
Marvel
no,
Studios The Eternals. Welcome to the red
Ay,
carpet.
muy
I'm
bien.
so excited to be here. Thor is my
¿Quién empieza?
favorite superhero out of everyone. You can watch
Es
on
la
my
de,
videos, that's all I
la de
say.
los Eternos,
I'm
la
like,
niña.
I can't breathe.
Ah,
I'm so
es
excited for
Sprite.
Ya
this.
creció, ya
So when
está
did you
más
first
grande
fall in love
que
with Thor?
Kit
Oh
Harington.
my gosh.
La que hacía de
I
Sprite.
was
Ay, sí, ya, ¿verdad,
before
no?
any
Ya
of this.
fue, ya.
I mean, before this was
Felizmente,
gonna happen to me
felizmente
since
le
the very
cumplieron su
first
deseo
movie,
de
I think
crecer.
Thor was
Porque
always
si no-
my favorite.
Claro, no como Shazam.
And what about the rest of the Asgardians?
Esa
Do you
huevada no
have any that
puede.
you hold near and dear?
Loki.
Esa hueá no puede durar
Loki and
mucho
Thor are
tiempo,
pretty
que esos
close. I love
personajes
them when
ni
they're together.
cagando.
They're funny.
Well, that kind of makes sense actually.
Que ahorita
Because,
América Chávez ya
is, we'll call,
en 2 años ya está
Sprite a bit of a
anciana,
gray
ya.
character. You kind of never know which way they're coming from, and Loki's similar, right?
Claro, pues, porque esas películas, puta,
Loki all the
¿cuántos
time.
años por...?
And so,
Tu película, 2
being
años,
here,
2 años y
being
medio.
at a Thor
De
event,
Doctor
you know,
Strange
we've
1
got, Stormbreaker,
a la 2 fue
we've
6
got
años.
the Hammer,
Ya ves, ahí
we've
está,
got
puta
Zeus'
madre, ya esa hueá es
Thunderbolt, or Zeus'
demasiado.
lightning bolt. Which would you prefer to
Demasiado,
wield if you had the
personaje
choice?
se irá a la mierda.
The hammer.
Bueno, en fin.
I think the hammer.
Pero sí me puede rejuvenecerlo con CGI.
And where
pues.
would you use it to travel to?
Oh, bueno, gente, voy a comer por primera vez en mi vida sardinas
I mean,
Pacific Ocean, así se llama.
¿Y qué pasó con tu antiguo proveedor?
Justamente, sí, justamente de ese proveedor que lo compré más a tus...
Lo metieron a la cárcel.
Well, there's going to be a lot of hotness on the carpet.
Descubrieron
so,
que
that's
este-
good. I'm so curious what it's been like for
Estaba ahí
you,
vendiendo
after
productos
Marvel
esto,
Studios
caducados.
was released and you've been part
Sí,
of
sí,
this
sí,
larger
pero me
MCU
regaló una
to
muestra
events
gratis de
like that.
sardinas,
Talk to
así
the
que
fans
voy a
about what that
probar
feels
por
like.
primera vez.
I mean,
A ver,
it's
adelante,
amazing. Like,
adelante.
every time I come to a red carpet or anything, I always get so nervous and excited before because I am so
Va a estar
grateful
Marvel,
and
¿no?
honored
En
that I get to be
la
here.
Comic Con
I mean,
de
I was
julio.
a fangirl before any of this, and to just be able to come to like
Sí, sí,
almost
ha
every
puesto
Marvel movie
publicidad
red
de
carpet is
She-Hulk
still
para
insane
la
to me,
Comic Con.
and I still am in awe every time I come here. And I mean,
Ah, es
my
que
life has
debe
changed so
estar cine
much,
color la
and I'm
distribuidora.
so grateful for all of it.
Well, we love watching what you do on screen, and we're curious.
No,
you know,
el
if
de
there
Comic Con de
were,
Estados Unidos, ¿ah?
Sí, sí.
something that
Sí
you
va a estar
could
Marvel
A
ahí.
finales
say to
de
the
julio.
fans about,
Claro.
you know, just kind of
Sí, sí,
what
sí,
being a part
regresa
of
la
Marvel
San Diego
means
Comic
to
Con.
you, and
Es posible
all
de
that.
que ahí anuncien,
It's a family,
dijo que
it
Kevin
really
Feige ya
is,
iba a anunciar
and
la fase 5.
They treat
Claro,
you
o
so
sea, no en la
incredibly
Comic Con,
well. It
pero
just
sí
makes you
en
wanna
esto.
keep
Muy
asking
pronto,
for
¿no?
more,
Entonces,
making
Claro,
more
o sea,
movies,
o va a
and
ser en
working for
la
them
D23
forever.
En D23.
o en la Comic Con. Debería ser, ¿no?
Definitely very
Porque
Yo imagino que-
la fase
special
4
thing
se
to be
mostró
part
en
of.
Hall H.
Well, we're so glad
Claro, yo
you're
me
here,
imagino
and thank
que
you
lo
for
que van a
stopping and
pasar en
talking to
Comic Con va a
fans. I'm
ser
gonna let
full
you go,
adelanto
'cause I
de
know you've
series
gotta
como
talk to other people and
She-Hulk
you
y
wanna see the
fácil
movie,
un
so
trailercito
have a
de
great
Secret
night.
Invasion. Pues, ¿no?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Great
Claro.
to see you. All right, what is happening over
Wakanda
there at stage
forever.
1?
Por Wakanda Forever tengo más
There's some really good cosplay
Para que se aparezcan
right now.
Amor.
And as I said, you know, I come
Iron
from
Heart.
this world, so my D&D buddies are in the crowd.
Every time.
I see them, and
every time somebody walks by in a new character, we just freeze for about 5 to 10 seconds.
Qué raro, ¿no? Pobre Thor, lo tienen ahí sin mucha
about
expectativa.
being a fan before
Hay un Nova.
becoming part of this, and I think that's
Confirmado.
something that ties everybody
Nova,
here together.
Capitana
Is that
Marvel.
we were all just
Okay.
huge nerds for this for as long as we can remember.
I mean, these are stories.
Hay
These are
cosplay
characters
del
that were around
personaje de
60,
Christian Bale
70,
también, ahí
80
está.
years. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
60 years for Thor now.
60 years for Thor this year, which is really amazing. And it's wonderful to see this cast as well, because you know that they are fans of it too. You know, who are you excited to see here? I mean, I gotta say, I am very excited, of course, to talk to Chris about what it is like
Ahora con Chris, el mejor
to
Chris.
be playing Thor for
Christian Bale.
Thor for 11 years.
Si te dijeran,
and
Alberto,
be the
bueno, estás
first
invitado, digamos, a
Marvel
este
hero to have
World Premiere de
4
Thor,
solo
y
films,
te dijeran,
that is such a huge
elige a solamente un actor del cast
I,
para hacerle
Taika
2 preguntas.
Waititi is my
Solo
favorite
uno.
director. I
Absolutely.
love what he does, and I love
Pucha,
how much heart
mi
he
favorito
has
del
put
cast es Christian
into
Bale.
Thor and the
Porque
Thor
es el que
section of the
se me
universe,
hace
and
mejor
how
actor
it's
y
expanded
interesante
and
que
become
esté
just fun or like
en
even more
Marvel,
fun
entrando a
and even
regresando a
wackier
superhéroes.
and more colorful.
Es una pregunta
Yeah,
que
space is just a
seguramente
black
ya
light
se lo
painting on
harán,
the
se
side
lo
of
harán
a
hecho y
custom
se lo
van,
harán
really, and I love it.
repetidas
I
veces
love it
de
so much.
su
Of
regreso
course,
al mundo de los
having Tessa
superhéroes.
Thompson coming back as King Valkyrie.
Okay.
So
Como
wonderful.
antes
And
como
you know,
héroe y ahora como
new
villano.
character in Thor Ragnarok, fan favorite
¿Y los subtítulos dónde
instantaneously.
están? Bueno, no
And I just love
puro
I would just
bilingüe,
love
puro
to talk to her
bilingüe.
about that because we haven't
Aquí
spoken to her
hablamos
since then.
fluidamente el inglés,
I
¿no?
wanna
De
talk to
hecho,
her
esto
about
lo
the
hablaríamos
suits,
totalmente
the
en inglés,
power
pero para
suits.
ustedes
So many power suits on King
tenemos que hacerlo
Valkyrie.
en el
Yeah.
vulgar
She's
latino,
really leaning into
español.
that lifestyle, and I enjoy it. And of course, Natalie
No
Portman
queremos-
returning as Jane Foster.
I am so
De
happy.
que se olviden su clase de
mighty
lengua.
Thor.
Por favor, venga a explicar lo aprendido en
She's coming back
C-Sex, en el
as the mighty
Brittany.
Thor. This is such a huge thing because obviously
En
we have
Euroidiomas.
seen the story of Thor and Jane
C-Sex.
from Thor's perspective and
En-
mostly through the absence of Jane over the last 3 years.
Yeah, not
Estos
gonna lie,
institutos que están
I have
al lado de
loved
en la Plaza San
the Thor
Martín, ahí en
films.
las casonas.
They
Claro.
could use about 50% more
Le
Natalie
enseñan inglés
Portman
en 6
as
meses.
Dr. Jane Foster.
And we've got it. We've got it
I got
coming.
it. I got it. I'm so excited. I'm very excited for tonight.
Yeah, I mean, everybody is going to be showing up. Above and beyond that, we've got Christian Bale as a brand new villain to the MCU, Gore the
Right.
God Butcher.
Ya no muera Gore en esa película.
And
Completely
pides mucho, ¿no?
transformed.
just from the trailers and the clips and the photos that we've
Uy, ¿quién
seen,
era eso?
there is a
Solo
singular
recuerda
photo
cómo se bajaron a
of Gore
Surtur
the
y
God
a
Butcher. You know the one
y a
I'm talking
Hela en
about
una
with his
sola película.
pained grin that has just
Oye,
been
¿verdad? ¿Quién
making the
comanda
rounds
el
on the
infierno
internet,
ahora?
and everybody is like, I
Porque
get
no hay
this.
nada, no hay infierno.
Pusieron nombre de Hela, pero
This
¿quién
is
es?
me
En realidad
when
no hizo
is
nada
what
de
people
Hela.
are saying.
That's the thing about
hizo
every
nada.
single enemy in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Así
is
pareció va a
there's
ser
a
la
little
Comic
part of you
Convention
that's
aquí en
like,
Lima, en
oh,
San Miguel,
I love them,
en julio,
though.
amigos.
Yes.
Así como están viendo
Maybe they're
ahorita,
right a
ahí en
little
Thor,
bit.
así va a ser acá.
Absolutely, and I'm
la Comic Convention.
looking forward to see
Igualito.
what you do with a character with a name like
Ah,
Gore the
el
God
detalle
Butcher
ahí que
and how
la
you
que la
add
chica
that
tiene en
depth to it.
su-
So
en
very
su
exciting
cabello.
stuff. We have,
Un
of course,
trueno.
more from
Un
Tamara
trueno.
Krinsky over on,
En honor a
over
Shazam,
our
me
other
imagino.
stage.
Eléctrica.
Tamara, how you doing?
I am great because I am here
¿Quién
with
es
Kieran Dyer. We were just talking about the fact
Está
that
Iron
he's
Patriot.
new to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but he's been watching these premieres for years, right?
For a long time,
No,
yeah, but it's
esa
so
ya no
great
es.
to be here, and I can't believe I am here. It's
Es el abuelo,
surreal,
pero
it's
Bradley.
literally surreal. I can't.
El nuevo
and it's
Capitán
so
América,
well
amigos.
set up and everything. This is my
¿Quién?
first
No,
premiere
este
as
es
well.
Miles Morales,
We are
claramente.
so happy to welcome you. We're happy to welcome you to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I have to ask.
Bueno, a ver, por primera
what was
vez
it like when you got
en
that
mi
call
vida,
saying that you had booked this film?
comeré
Lots and lots of screaming. Lots and lots of screaming.
The good
sardina.
kind, I hope.
Oh yeah, the good kind, yeah. I was kind of shocked at first, I guess. I couldn't
Puta, se
believe
ve
it.
bien feo,
And then when they
huevón.
flew us out to Australia,
No lo juzgues
it was
por
just- it was
la
crazy.
por la vista.
So what
Pruébalo
was
nada
it like
más.
filming in Australia? I mean, don't
Ah,
give us
bueno,
any
ok, ok,
spoilers,
ok.
of course,
Dale.
but what was it like being down there
Hazlo
with the
ya.
cast?
It was really great. I mean, the cast are amazing. They were
tengo
so
poniendo
nice.
nervioso.
Chris, Taika, Tessa, all
Tengo
of them, they were
miedo,
really
tengo
nice.
miedo.
It was really nice. I could learn from them as well because obviously they've been acting for a long time. They've been playing their parts for a long time, so I learned a lot
espérate.
from them. It was
Primero
really
tienes
great actually to be
que
able to
combinarlo
watch
bien
them
con
and
el
see how they,
panecillo, porque si no, no
see how they
funciona.
work with improvisation
todavía
and
con
stuff like
esas.
that as well. So
I want to ask you more about that, actually. You know, is there something that you learned from them that you think now you'll take to other sets with you? Anything in particular that you pass along to other people?
Tengo acá un panecillo de integral, un panecillo
and obviously
integral.
Taika, he loves improvising, he loves trying out new stuff, and it's crazy, it's really nice. So I guess I could take that elsewhere when I do other films.
Oye, la gente que está comentando ahí
I'll be able to just have fun and
Dice
play around with
que
lines
mi
and stuff
causa
like that.
color
I've got to
serie es
ask
el
you a little
mismo
bit more
de
about
Stranger
Taika. If
Things.
you were sort of going to describe like the role he plays,
De
the style
color
of directing,
serio,
is he like a big brother? Is he like a funny uncle? Is he a tyrant? What's he like on set?
A bit of all three, I guess. He's a funny uncle. He's a big brother.
¿Qué dijo?
He's
¿Por qué
just
están
great to have on
entrevistando
set.
a
He's so you can.
los personajes
He's
de
really
medio
nice to
pelo de
talk to.
Marvel?
Really helps you. He's.
¿Por qué no han invitado a Xochitl?
And obviously he acts in the film as well, which is really.
Oh, verdad, ella es la que
Xochitl Gómez está en todos lados, está en todas las premieres.
Están todos los memes ahorita, todos los TikToks. ¿Por qué no está acá
Well, you know, we know
en
it
Los
was a
Phantom?
combination
Está la
of
hueva,
digital
o sea.
A todas las
sets
premiers
and
le
real
invitan.
sets. What was that
En
like
Igualita
for
a
you?
mí también estuvo ahí con Cachín.
Really crazy because obviously there was some
Ay, ¿cómo también?
Todas las premiers le
and then
invitan.
they built real sets, which was
Con
really
Cachín,
amazing, and it was incredible
puta.
because the sets were so big.
O esa
it was so
película de mierda,
bright,
¿alguien la ha
and
visto?
Yeah, it was really great. And on
Ah.
the blue screens, I guess it was a bit hard to film
Trailer de
because you
chicha,
didn't know
trailer
what was
de
going to
chicha,
be
muy
there or
pronto.
what it was going to look like at the
Ya cuando
time.
no importa.
But yeah, it was great.
Están preguntando ahí
gustado.
cuál es
For
tu
stopping by and
proveedor
talking
de
to the fans. I'm
sardinas.
so happy
Y
to be
dicen
your
que las
first
sardinas
official Marvel Cinematic
es un
Universe red
eufemismo.
carpet. Have an amazing time tonight. Congrats.
¡Hola! No, de verdad.
I love
Hoy te voy a
welcoming
mandar
new
la
people to
imagen.
the Marvel Cinematic
Para la
Universe.
gente.
It's so cool to see how excited they are,
Oye, qué
especially
rico,
when
¿eh?
it's somebody who's been a fan of the MCU for all this
Oye,
time.
rico, rico,
And I
de
cannot
verdad.
wait for
Qué
people
bueno.
to see
Lástima que
what he
produzcan
does in
cáncer
this
a
film.
Barbot.
James, what is going on over at stage one?
I will
Bien,
tell
¿ah?
you what is going on.
Bueno, la casa de la conserva es el.
Himself has stepped onto the red
Vive
carpet.
ahí vive toda la gente de
Are
Keiko
going-
en la casa de la conserva.
Ahí está Chris Hemsworth.
Tremendo
Ahí está.
consejo.
Ya llegó, ya llegó.
Point Break is in the
Uy, su
building.
cabello largo.
Point Break is in the building.
Van a decir que es peluca ahora.
This is very exciting. It's lovely to see. Like,
Como
Puta, acá
Brie
está la
Larson.
hueva.
we've got so many
Van a decir que
Thors
Natalie Portman
in the
usa peluca
audience, so many
también en
people
esta
that have brought Mjolnir with them.
No.
And it's lovely to see them meeting
Oye, pero
Chris
verdad,
and
bien
having
poca
everything
gente, ¿no? O sea, bien
signed. This
chiquito
is-
se ve.
This is a really great moment.
Some of my
Güey,
favorite
Andrés Navi, ¿dónde
moments
está
on the
el video de
carpet
Andrés Navi? Voy a la
happen in these
premiere.
moments when they're on
Claro.
the walk
Invítalo a la
up to
premiere.
the
Para Doctor
interview,
Strange, ¿no?
where they get
Lo han hecho en el
introduced
Cinestar
by
nomás
some
de
of their
acá.
friends
Claro.
in the cast, or where they
El de
meet
San Borja.
somebody
Oye, y esa
clearly
Thor
says
que es
something
realmente un
that
pata.
touches
¿Qué
them,
fue?
and it's really wonderful
Oye,
to
esa
see,
armadura
and
del
really happy
Thor con
that
el
we get
nuevo
to have the
traje
fans here with us on the
se ve
carpet
mejor en el
tonight.
cosplayer que en la película.
Sí, güey.
So wonderful. Man, and I'll tell you, as he is showing up, everybody else is showing up. There are a ton of people that we are excited to see tonight. I mean, look, the Guardians of the Galaxy are in this film.
Yeah. Oh,
They
yeah.
are there.
They are. They certainly are.
And I absolutely love the
La vi un
tiny
poco
bit
perdida,
of
¿no?
interaction between Thor and the Guardians. that
No
we've
entiende
already
español,
seen.
no tiene español,
I
creo.
am.
No tiene inglés.
It's so funny because I feel like Thor Ragnarok.
Oye, muy
really
bien, muy bien las
established
sardinas realmente.
Thor
He quedado.
as just a
He quedado
funny
bastante
dude,
conforme
and
con tu
seeing-
compra.
Getting to see him
No,
with
fue un
the
regalo,
Guardians,
fue un regalo. Me dijo, pruebe, joven. Me dijo, bueno.
quite goofy as well.
Bueno, bien dice
Just
el refrán
such a
que
treat.
boca come.
And so I would
Ah.
love an entire spin-off series with that group.
Sardinas
of
en su salsa.
Absolutely.
Muy
And
bien,
we're going to
muy
see some
rico.
of them tonight. I mean, you know, hopefully we're going to
Muy
we're
rico.
going to
Creo
see.
que ahora seré fan de las sardinas.
I
¿no?
mean, I would love to speak to Sean Gunn. Honestly,
Oh, yeah.
honestly,
cuánto me dijo.
there's a character that came out of nowhere and
No sé
had
por
such
qué.
a
Una cortesía
wonderful
por ser
arc
tan
and
buen
story
cliente.
in Guardians.
Well,
Claro,
and
porque
he's
le
been
compré una
working
caja de
with his brother
atunes.
James Gunn behind the scenes
Una caja de
on
atunes
that
y
franchise for a while now too. He
ya es la
did
segunda
a
vez que le
lot of
compro.
the
Pues.
original
Entonces
capture
me dijo,
for
oh,
Rocket.
Yep.
estoy sacando un nuevo producto.
Let me
Dijo,
tell
si
you a
quieres.
little bit of
Acabo de
something
inventar
as
este
somebody
producto.
who's done a little more
Claro, acabo de
is
inventar.
that
Con los
doing
residuos
the
de
animal
las latas
work,
que estás comprando,
difficult, very
he hecho
fun,
un nuevo
but
producto.
difficult.
If I
Doing
could ask
human
you-
work,
Claro, te he dicho,
Yes. If I
deseas
could, like, if you
darte
were
una
gonna do a
probadita antes
raccoon
de a ver si te animas y te dio
right
tus
now.
sardinas.
Oh, okay, so
Se
they
fue
do
y
this
me hizo
thing
firmar
where
un
they, like,
contrato de-
wash with their
de-
hands
Podías
and they,
denunciarlo
like,
por
scuttle.
daños y prejuicios.
This
I
is-
do be doing a lot of that.
Pero yo firmé
This is
normal
what you
sin
tuned
leer,
in to
como
see.
siempre. Como
This
se
is
debe
what the
hacer.
Marvel
My
fans
trash
want.
panda fan. My trash panda fam is something that I've studied very
O
closely.
cualquier
And
cosa
so
está hablando
I
esa
can say
chica
with
hoy, cualquier cosa,
authority
deja hablar
that
huevadas
Sean
hoy.
Gunn's, Raccoon
Que lleguen los actores, porque acá son como 50 actores.
¿Dónde está toda la gente de los guardianes? ¿Dónde está Valkyria? El Waika
that mostly think of themselves as the one in charge. Yes. And it's very lovely to see just in that 15 seconds we saw the power struggle between the two.
Who's captain on that ship?
Exactly.
You suppose. And who, I don't know, who would you pick as captain?
Who would I pick?
Yeah. Who would you take your orders from?
Rocket.
Bulimia.
Okay. All right. Yes. That is correct, Anthony. Correct.
We've got some more coming up here from the stage in just a moment, but first we want to show you some more of this fantastic setup we have here at the premiere, including
Se me va a vencer este producto.
Hall of Heroes, Erika Ishii.
Antes que se desperdicie, cómetelo.
Oye, a ver, ¿verdad? Fecha de vencimiento. Hoy no tiene, huevón.
Hay que decir que recién lo han hecho.
Claro. Esta vaina es importada, porque toda la caja está en inglés, weón.
But before they do, we have an awesome surprise for them. An incredible display of costumes from Marvel Studios' Thor, Love and Thunder. Let's take a look.
Puga Trading, ¿qué es Puga Trading?
We have a bonus surprise for you. The head of the lovable Tooth Gnasher, one half of the famous goat pair. Since the goats are so large in the film, they use these very heads on set to help the actors with the
La puta de la cabra.
Now we have Zeus, played by Russell Crowe.
Hoy mira,
we're going to have to wait and see exactly how his role plays out. But we can see that his costume invokes regal qualities. It features gold accents and a chest plate that's befitting of a Greek god, and works in tandem with his famous lightning bolt. Next to him, we have the mighty Thor, played by Natalie Portman, who becomes a hero in her own right. Now, many parts of this look were created to reflect what we know as Thor's original hero costume, including the iconic red cape. Dr. Jane Foster is very much her own person, so this mighty Thor has definitely put her own spin on what it means to possess the power of Thor. And here we have Thor, our god of thunder, who's gotten a new look for this film. You'll notice that the costume builds on many of the usual elements of his traditional space Viking look, but the designers have taken it to the next level with new gold plating and more metal used throughout the costume, including his new double set of shoulder plates and awesome new helmet. And now we have Valkyrie's costume. The team really wanted this costume to represent a merging together of all of the different roles that Valkyrie has played in her life. From a Valkyrie warrior to a scrapper and even King of Asgard. Next up, worn by Christian Bale in the film. Gore's look is incredibly monochromatic, so the designers played with textures and movement within the fabric to give light to this costume and create his unique sinister look.
Oh, ese pata quién es, de la Madre Teresa. Oh, ese está locazo.
The costumes in this film are incredible, and I cannot wait to see all of the cosplay that they're going to inspire after the film is released. And with that, let's head back to the front of the carpet.
Oh, sigue firmando ese huevón, qué aburrido.
Oh my goodness, everybody milling through right now, signing autographs. Everybody is showing up. We are joined right now by somebody that we are very excited to talk to, Jennifer Caden Robinson. Hello. The writer of Thor Ragnarok, co-writer of Thor, Thor Love and Thunder.
Yes.
Oh, se equivocó.
Write Thor Ragnarok.
Se equivocó a decir la película que trabajó.
We're all caught up now.
Yes.
So you can tell us almost exactly nothing about this.
Yeah, I can tell you nothing. I can tell you Thor is in it. The mighty Thor is in it. Valkyrie is in it. Gore is in it. And that's it?
But here's what you can tell us. You can tell us, previous to this, you worked as a consulting producer on Hawkeye, and that was your first entry into the MCU. How has it been, and what was it like working with Taika on kind of creating this new Thor movie?
Okay, I feel like people use this word a lot in this industry, and we all talk in hyperbole. But I really mean this genuinely when I say Taika is a genius.
La ¿qué tal CPP,
pues,
huevón?
Taika es un genio. Tremenda CPP, Taika, pues, mano. Was the coolest thing I've ever experienced.
Pero sí es cierto, Taika es crack.
Like, if you ever have the opportunity to co-write a movie with Taika Waititi, I highly recommend it.
Director de moda.
Okay. I'll make a note of that.
Yes. So he
toda la gente
also
dice,
famously does
no, James Gunn,
Were there moments that the cast found or that he found that you went, oh, I gotta expand on that?
Yeah, I mean, it was such a living kind of document the entire time, the script, and it was like, we would have something, and then we would get get there in the morning, and then we would change it, and then 10 minutes later we would change it, and it would just like, it kept evolving, and it was such a collaboration between myself, Taika, the actors, Brian Chapek, our producer, like everybody involved, Brad Winterbaum, like Kevin, everybody involved really has a piece of this film in such a special way because Taika fosters an environment where everybody has a voice.
That's so wonderful. And I am so excited for people to see this movie, Jennifer, because I think it is so funny and so sweet and so wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Tamara, what you got going on?
Oh, you know, just hanging out, watching people walk by, hearing fans cheer for people walking by.
Oye, ese pata que se atrás causa, vete,
pi. Collaborative environment on set, you know, so often writers kind of get shafted, and it's amazing to hear her talk about how Taika and she worked together, and the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe team bring this world to fruition. You know, there's so many new elements that we get to see in this film, as well as places that we get to revisit, and knitting that all together is really, really challenging. It took a huge creative team to do that, and the fact that they all work so closely together, they've developed new technology together. You know, there's a new thing that they use in this film called the Volume. It's new technology, which is a complete 360 digital set. So instead of actors being on a green screen or a blue screen and having to just kind of imagine what's going on around them, they're actually surrounded by their environment, and they get to see it in real time. The light reflects off of their faces in real time. It's pretty amazing. And then they take that and they combine that with incredible practical sets that they build. And it creates just a seamless whole that's really incredible to see. And, you know, for the actors, they've talked about the fact that the combination of these production sets where they get to walk on real cobblestones in places like New Asgard,
los que no saben inglés, lo que está diciendo la chica es que hay entradas a la venta para Thor, Love and Thunder, así que claro, es el momento de comprar, de preferencia 5. El día miércoles 6 de julio, 8 de la noche.
The sunset that they're talking with. So it's pretty incredible when you think about how far advances have come when it comes to creating all of these worlds that amazing comic book artists and writers have imagined and been able to draw. And now film technology has caught up to that, and Marvel Studios is so good at putting that together.
Ahora que si la gente quiere descubrir la sorpresa que se viene, pues tendría que comprar entradas para ver qué va a pasar. O quién va a estar ahí. O quiénes.
So we are.
We
are here with Mr. Christian Bale, who plays Gore the God Butcher.
¿Verdad?
Venía con su gentita.
They recognize him.
El mejor Chris con
So how does it feel to join the MCU?
Con su portalita.
It's been a lot of bloody fun. Yeah, some good people. I mean,
él ni sabe en qué película ha trabajado.
I gotta ask, a character with a name like Gore the God Butcher.
DC.
I feel like I hear that. I know exactly what Gore the God Butcher is about. How do you bring some more depth and nuance to that? Is that something that you talked to Taika about? Because he's a guy that butchers gods.
Yeah,
¿Cómo te sientes en la película? Pero
self-explanatory, isn't it? And you know, he is a butcher, but Taika,
¿por qué no ponen Gore de God Butcher?
Gentleman. He's crazy talented, and he manages to have great irony and comedy.
Un buen nombre, el carnicero de los dioses.
This film, and that's where
Muy fuerte para los niños.
Nuances that you're talking about come into play in this film.
Porque se va a confundir con Butcher de The Boys.
I get what you're saying. I heard from people on the set. I mean, Tessa and Chris, they said we really enjoyed working with Christian, but we were almost kind of terrified to talk to him when he was done up.
Nunca trabajamos juntos, va a decir ahorita.
He was almost too frightening to speak to when he was on set.
It was a little creepy. I like, obviously, I looked at Nosferatu as an influence, and also I love Aphex Twin videos, Come to Daddy.
No pestañea mi causa, ¿no?
Now, you can't do that full on and still have it be a family-friendly film. People would be running for the exits. But believe me, we did shoot that. And then, I gave Taika lots of choices there, but I don't blame him. He was a creepy fellow to be around. And then on top of that, I had these fangs, so I couldn't really talk to anybody because every time so I just gave up.
That's another thing is you underwent a complete makeup transformation, and that happened every single day. What was it like having to sit in the chair for all of that? Did it get easier?
You got to go to a Zen place. I've done it a few times in my career. I kind of didn't realize I was going to do it on this one actually, but the special effects makeup artists, Adam Johansson and Carla and Emily, they are as responsible as I am for creating this character.
Está loco este huevón, oh, causa, ¿qué tienes?
It was a nice little transition into the weirdness of gore each and every morning.
Siempre pueden ver la transmisión original si no quieren escuchar nuestras voces.
Es más, vamos a hablar más todavía, solamente para molestar a esa gente.
Vamos a hablar de otra cosa.
O ha subido el pan, dicen, ¿no? Ahora está 3 por un sol.
3 por un sol.
Imagínate.
Mierda, 3, güey.
Pero si compras 2 soles de pan, son como 8 panes.
Si ustedes dejan de... Si todo el Perú se coordina y deja de comprar pan, el pan bajará por la ley de la oferta y la demanda, el equilibrio de precios.
Tú, por ejemplo, ¿con qué suplirías el pan, Alberto? En vez de comer pan, ¿qué comerías en la mañana?
Cartón. Yo comería
cartoncillo.
Cartón
café, tal vez,
y papel.
¿Ya ves?
Claro, con su cafecito, pues, como para que remoje. Lo remojo, ¿no? Lo remojo.
Claro. Chopeo ahí
pan con leche.
mi caja de...
Suena bien.
De corrugado.
Pero como la gente es muy delicada como para comer cartón, no lo va a hacer y va a seguir comprando su pan de 3 por un sol. Pues, ¿no?
Claro, aparte que al final, si analizas bien, el cartón es igual que el pan, porque ninguno de los dos se procesa.
Exacto.
El cuerpo no está hecho para comer pan.
Es que el cuerpo no está hecho de madera, el cuerpo no está hecho de metal.
That's the thing, though, is that every
Buscan sabros, soy básico 5, dicen. ¿Pero qué está diciendo? Eso no está diciendo nada, hermano, nada interesante.
Es que le pregunta lo clásico de ¿qué te pareció grabar con Tessa, con... ¿Qué va a decir? Me aburrí, no me molestó. Se inspiró en Nosferatu, pero que todas esas escenas así bien hardcore no la van a incluir porque es una película familiar. Está bien.
I'm a little conflicted here. You might just find a little bit of understanding in him.
We look forward to getting to know and understand him more.
El pan engorda,
¿Qué tal
el pan no engorda, el que engorda eres tú. Maldito.
Es verdad.
Mira, está Christian Bell, cara de triste.
I'm doing great because I'm
Oh,
here with
está ese
Sean
huevón.
aka Crackle.
Mano de
How are you
mierda.
doing?
I'm doing awesome.
También conocido como el tipo que solamente hace
Well, you were
personajes
just
CGI.
saying that it's cool to come here
Es
with
cierto.
so many friends on the carpet. Is there anyone in
Puro,
particular you're
Weasel
reuniting with
y
or
Rotten.
seeing?
You know, I haven't
Rotten
seen,
Tomatoes.
You know, the Guardians. We just wrapped Guardians 3.
Rocket Tomatoes.
You know, a
O va a
handful
salir
of
como
weeks
Crackling.
ago. So I've seen them a little more
¿Por qué no
recently.
ponen Rocket
But some of the
también si
other
es el cuerpo?
people, Chris and Taika,
¿Qué tal caca?
and,
Siempre
and Tessa, I haven't
invisibilizan a
seen
los
them
actores
since
de
we
motion
shot the
capture.
movie, so it's,
Y encima
it'll
el
be
pobre causa
great to see
siempre le
everybody.
toman fotos así
To
todo
see the movie.
agachado, ¿no?
I know, that's the
Esto,
fun part of this. You're
en
going to find
posiciones
myself
así bien
in the theater
incómodas.
with people. Wait, I have to ask you what it was like working with Taika, because obviously you and James have worked together a lot on the Guardians.
Tu hermano, puta, hasta su hermano le daba la misma chamba, ¿no? Qué mierda.
Taika is
Claro.
just amazing. He's a force of nature.
A ver que
and,
actúa en una
I
película sin su
kinda
hermano.
couldn't believe,
No, no actúa, pero...
how fun his
Claro, ¿por qué no trabaja con
set
Scorsese?
is? It's
Claro.
very much, you know, he's very
Josh
chill and
de
kind of
Drake y Josh va a
anything
salir
goes,
en-
and it's
va
a-
a
it's a
actuar para
great
Nolan.
situation to sort of
Imagínate, ¿eh?
let loose and let
De decir
your-
la juegosfera
your best
a trabajar con
self
Nolan.
come out. He's very
Oye, qué
different
bien,
from my
¿no?
brother.
Entonces, man.
My brother's very different from
Como
the Russos.
Nolan ya está de
The Russos are
caída
very
ya, ¿no?
different from Taika.
Es
All
esférica.
directors are different, and I love that.
De línea
That's
de
what makes
carrera.
movies unique, right?
And yet you get to
Yeah,
bring
como
Craglan
cine-
to
como
all
en
of
Cineplaneta,
them. So I
ahí,
am
línea de
curious,
carrera.
you know, what's the one
Ah,
thing
huevón,
that
no sean
Craglan you kind
pendejos.
of keep consistent for each
No por
each
nada
time
sin
we
el
see
plan de
him?
nunca más.
De recoger la canchita
Well, you
ahí
know,
que
for-
un atarantado ha tirado
For Craglan,
a la
Ahora,
boletería.
No hay
I'm always
función
aware
que no
that
haya ido al
Craglan is
cine,
on
sea
quite
cual sea,
a
que no haya
journey
alguien que
from
compre
the
su
first
balde de
movie
cancha y se le caiga al
to the
suelo.
second movie to now
Puta
what we're
madre,
gonna
esa
see in
weá da
Thor,
cólera,
and
güey.
¿Qué
there's a
pasa
lot-
con la motricidad de la gente? ¿No?
You
Tan
know,
difícil
I don't
es
wanna-
y
I don't
esto,
want-
tener la
No spoilers,
cancha.
no spoilers, no spoilers.
in Dart, but I
Y
am-
se le cae
the
todavía
Craglan
cuando hay
movie,
luz.
we'll
Yo
see
le creo que se le
in
cae
the
ya cuando
third
empezó la
Guardians movie,
película y
the
está todo
Christmas
oscuro.
special. And
Sí,
so,
¿no? Ni así todavía.
Craglan's always growing. It's always like, what
Y en vez de querer
what new
recoger
can
la
we
agarran,
find from
se
this
ponen
guy?
a patearla
And,
hacia abajo, hacia el asiento, a otra butaca, como para limpiar.
Hijo de puta.
Well, I know they're going to. You are so much
Mira, ahí está la flaca está atrás con su sobre Manila. Y dice Sean Gunn, le tiene que dar un mensaje, seguro, una encomienda.
Es verdad. O es el taxi, ¿no? Es el taxi que está que la espera para llevar.
Es la tía de... Es la tía de... ¿Cómo se llama estos huevones que traen encomiendas? Ya fue, hermano, ya fue.
Ahí está. Lady Sif más alta era.
La verdad, lo veo más chato a mi causa, Hemsworth.
Pues sí, bueno.
Yo sí, de cuerpo estamos casi como nosotros los de Hablemos con spoilers, ¿sabes? Casi,
sí, verdad, You did that.
Can you
her commitment and my motivation and teaching, yeah.
So when she comes up, if we're to ask her, how did you get into shape?
I wouldn't ask her that. No. Let's just keep that between us.
Está loco, ¿por qué no le preguntan? ¿Estás feliz, huevonazo, que tu país le ha ganado a... Pues mierda.
Claro. ¿Te emociona estar en el mundial?
What the fuck is that?
I have to ask though what it was like. I mean, obviously, we've been hearing a lot about the story of Jane and Thor from Thor's perspective, mostly through ghosted, unanswered calls and voicemails and things like that. What was it like not just to have Jane come back, but to have Natalie come back for this one?
Fantastic. I started this journey with Natalie 11, 12 years ago, and Taika pitched this story to me a few years ago, and I was thrilled and excited, but mostly to work with Natalie again. She's a dear friend and incredibly talented, and I love what she had done.
¿Qué le dice que caxaron o no caxaron con Natalie en la película? Le dice. Oh, mano, ¿cómo vas a hablar así de Natalie?
Yeah, and talking about that journey, you are now the first actor, the first Marvel hero to have 4 solo films. That's kind of crazy, huh?
That's cool, yeah. That's exciting.
Oye, este pata, creo que voy a comprarle más sardinas al final.
Get on with it, but either way, I'll take it.
They sit you down and they're like, now you know, Chris, everybody else did 3.
Técnica de marketing.
That's right. Well, we squeeze one more out here, sure. Look,
hace tus tallarines con sardinas ahí,
que en mi balde de plástico, así como hacían en...
Como los constructores estos que están en el techo ahí haciendo su tallarín rojo en balde así de... donde después hacen la mezcla. Ahí.
Qué rico.
Hoy se ve bien esos videos, ¿no?
Sí. Oh, sí, se veían bien al dente, weón. Me daba ganas de comer, weón.
Juégate un plato, causa.
Absolutely.
Y te ayudo con los ladrillos.
Claro, te ayudo a subir ladrillos.
Different directors having a different story, different scripts. In particular, when Taika came along, both of us had said we're ready for something differently creatively from the character, and it was a beautiful script that offered us that opportunity.
Hay gente está diciendo que es un bonito guión y una oportunidad de seguir explorando el personaje.
¿Quiere escuchar a Chris Hemsworth? Las aventuras de sardinas de socio. Díganlo en los comentarios.
Hablando de peces, descubrí que hay un pez en la selva, en la Amazonía, que se te mete por la uretra, así igualito da Boy, y luego se queda atrapado porque saca sus espinas. Lo curioso de este pez es que o se mete cuando te sumerges en el agua, o si orinas en el río, dicen que este pez nada contracorriente por la orina y se mete
como el salmón.
¡Hala, pero tan fuerte para nadar contracorriente, weón!
Así dicen. Todo esto lo vi porque estaba investigando lo del bufeo.
Qué loco, weón.
Porque algún día voy a hacer.
Pero ¿por qué? Lo del bufeo de dices los delfines rosados.
Claro, el voto, creo que es una leyenda de un hombre así internado y con un sombrero que rapta a las chicas más bellas en la selva. La lleva hasta el río y desaparece o las embaraza.
Un poco más adelante que las sirenas, ¿no?
Y no se sacan del sombrero porque ahí tienen el espiráculo por donde respiran.
answering our questions
Claro,
and
claro.
not really being able
Qué buenas
to say
leyendas
anything
hay, ¿no?
because
En este
they've
país.
all been
Esa es la leyenda,
trained so
claro, la
well
leyenda del
to avoid spoilers.
Y
But
cuando
I have
cuando
to
no
say,
tiene
I
padre,
love
tu hijo es
listening
hijo del
to Chris
voto.
Hemsworth talk about the journey of Thor. I mean,
Mi querido
this is a
hijo de
character
bufeo.
who over time has
Bueno,
been through
buena,
so
hijo
much.
de
I mean, he's
bufeo.
lost his mom, his dad, his brother, his home planet, his realm, and he's trying to figure out his place in the world. And I love the fact that
Hacer
this
un
is
programa de
Thor for
leyendas
Thor.
así.
I kind of want to start that chant.
Debería
Thor
haber el
for
narrador
Thor,
de cuentos,
Thor
pero
for
versión
Thor,
peruana.
Thor for Thor. But there's actually a
¿Y
story
cómo se llama?
that is told in
El Tuki,
interviews
el Monkey,
about
el Muki,
being
el
on the
Muki.
set
El Muki,
of
el Chucky.
Ultron
Claro,
and hearing folks talk about
Muki.
Marvel Studios Captain
Con
America
Constantino
Civil
Solís.
War, and he wasn't in it, so he kind of thought that he was dead. And I'm so glad that we got a fourth
El
Thor
Buki.
movie because it's just amazing to watch him on this journey. What's happening on your stage right now?
Right now,
De
we
verdad,
have the
un
mighty
podcast,
Thor
un podcast
herself,
solamente de hecho de haber un podcast.
¡Oh, qué gritó hoy! ¡Qué gritón es esta!
Natalie, welcome back to the
amiga Natalie,
MCU.
deslumbrante.
So much. I'm so
Pareció
happy to be
Natalie.
here.
I am, for one,
Oh, qué tal
am so
mitraza
glad
que
to
tiene,
have
huevón.
another
La
lead
Una
mierda.
trepanación craneana.
Another
Oye,
lady
sí,
who
huevón, la-
stand in the Marvel
Ese
Cinematic
peinado no le ayuda
I
mucho.
agree.
Su peinado de
I'm so
queca.
happy to be back.
Sí.
I feel so lucky to be back with this crew.
Sí, weón.
Bueno, venido con
When
su
Taika
mazo.
pitched this storyline to you, what was your reaction?
Jane Foster, ahí ya sí le
I
ponen
was so
Jane Foster en
excited to
Mighty
get the
Thor.
chance to work
¿Y
with
por qué
Chris
a
and
Thor no le
Tessa
ponen
again. I
Odinson?
worked with Tessa not
Claro.
on
Malditos.
a Thor movie, but on
Siempre
Annihilation before,
invisibilizando a
so
los
I
hombres.
was so thrilled to get the opportunity to get to be with them again and to work with Taika for
¿Cuál es
the
el
first
nombre de
time.
Igual que
Valkyria? O también,
Tessa,
o también le van a decir que es
extraordinary
Valkyria, sí, hay un montón de
Were you
Valkyria.
able to
verdad.
improvise a lot? Did they-
It was
did
a
that
learning
work?
process for sure. I definitely have like renewed.
Oh, ¿por qué no la
renewed
invitaron a
respect
trabajar
for
en-
it, seeing what Taika
en-
and Chris and
¿Dónde?
Tessa are able to come up with on the fly. Among
¿O tú querías
the
que aparezca
many
también en
incredible
flashbacks ahí
people
junto
who were in
con
this.
Hayden
It was
Christensen?
a joy
Claro,
every day to
pues,
watch.
si hay
It seems like
escena
it's just
rejuvenecida, ¿por qué
group
no
of people
rejuvenecen
that
a ella
really
también?
trusts each other, really loves to collaborate.
Eso,
really
igualito.
Está igual, weón, está igual.
really loves to like listen
Sí.
and work with each other, which
Guapa
is
la
lovely to
amiga.
see.
I think
Sí,
everyone
sí,
was
Natalie
really having a
Portman.
good time, and you can tell when you watch it, like it's a party.
I want to talk about the
Oye, pero
moment
esa
at
cejaza, pe,
San
weón,
Diego
qué
Comic
bestia,
Con
aún tiene la ceja
2019,
tamaño de su mitra,
when you
¿qué
came
pasó?
out and
Se echó su tatuaje de
Taika
ceja,
Waititi got on
Allá
his
con la
knees and
venezolana.
presented Mjolnir to
Claro.
you. I wanted, how did
Esas
it
depilaciones
feel
así
for
de
you in that
con
moment?
hilo.
It was surreal. I mean, Taika is wonderful at knowing how to make everything a
Para que
real
todo
moment.
CPP, Taika.
Finding
Claro, pues,
humor in
puta.
every.
Esa quedó bien, debe ser el director amigazo.
Every gesture.
Hasta que
So
le descubran
it
algún
was
chongo, ¿no?
really-
Y va a
it
decir,
was
no,
really
no, no,
fun
horrible,
and
siempre me trató
exciting
mal.
to get to come out to the world that way.
And speaking of moments, you know, one thing that we had talked about with Chris just
Pues
now
lo que la gente no
is
sabe
that
es que ella es
we
Thor
have
por
heard
esta
the story
película.
of Jane and Thor from Thor's
Claro.
perspective
Cada
for so
película y
long.
devuelve los poderes.
And it's been so interesting to see.
Dijo, fue
what
divertido,
are we
pero
going to
hasta
see
aquí
from
nomás.
Jane's perspective,
Claro, bueno,
you know,
chicos,
what,
creo que
what is
debo morirme
Jane
de
feeling and
cáncer,
what has
así
Jane
que-
been up to?
Oye,
We'll
sí.
have to watch and find out.
Dang it.
Uy, ¿por qué
But
grita?
yes, that is an exciting question to
Exagerada esa voz,
ponder.
está incómoda.
I love it. And then finally, how does it feel
No
to
dijo nada.
know? You know, Hemsworth is just so proud of how fit he is. How does it feel to know that people are talking more about your biceps than his?
Qué estúpida pregunta, weón.
Hemsworth is
Qué mierda, weón. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué preguntan esa huevada?
O la chica se lo hubiera hecho.
As the sort of
Sí, weón.
like expert and guide, he was very generous with sharing the kind of inside info. And it's really fun to get to
Bueno,
be
pero
a
así es
6
Marvel.
foot character when you're a
Bueno, es
5'3"
cierto.
girl.
Estos son los
You know,
peluchines.
That doesn't
los-
happen often in your life.
Gigi.
The magic
Black
of
Gigi.
cinema.
Yes.
Thank you
Y
so
men
much for
peluchín.
being here
Thank
with
you,
us.
Natalie.
Thank you. It's so nice to see you.
Take care. All right. Now, there is a lot of facts that I know about Thor. A lot of facts that you know about
You're
Thor.
kind of a Thorologist.
But let's see what the fans know about Thor.
I'm Mike.
I'm Andrew.
And we're
Adelante.
doing Thor Trivia.
Oh, ese es igualito, huevón.
Bueno,
Thor Trivia, ya, la trivia de Thor. Which MCU films has Thor appeared in?
All right, Thor.
yo diría que Thor
Avengers,
1, por ejemplo.
Claro,
Thor,
Thor
Dark
2.
World,
Thor 3.
Uy, bien, bien, ya. Creo que ya con esas, ¿ah? Todas.
Ya le ganó. Ya le ganó a Ayman Belén.
Ah, Juhale Will Miller.
It is Vision, Thor, Odin, Jane Foster, and Captain America. And yeah, that's all of them, right?
Oh, está spoileando. Oh, ¿por qué usa doble mascarilla? ¿Está en Perú o qué?
Oh, está loco ese chino sudón, oh. Que deje sudar primero ese huevón.
¿Cuántos agardianos puedes nombrar?
We have Thor, of course, and then Heimdall.
Mamá de Thor, que diga, pe, mamá de Thor, hermana de la mamá de Thor.
El amigo de Thor, la amiga de Thor.
¿O por qué solo esos? Uy, ¿quién se ganó? Oye, Black Thor, ¿qué fue? Oye, pero sí compro ese Thor, ese Thor de otro universo.
El bancano. Pero ya había uno, ¿no? Pero sin afro. Había un Loki negro.
También.
Pero es posible que haya un Thor negro. Ojalá. El Loki 2.
El Superior Thor.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, we got a President Loki. Oh, I didn't see them.
We were hoping for Alligator Loki.
Uf, Alligator Lucky. Oye, mira, ahí está también la Mora.
That's right. And a reminder, if you see costumes that you like, please share it with us. Make sure to follow us on all the socials at Marvel, at Thor Official, and use the hashtag,
dice bien claro, compren entradas
Thor,
para
Love and
Thor,
Thunder.
Love and Thunder.
Claro. Thor Love and Thunder. Gente, este 6 de julio vamos a ver en preestreno. Hablemos con spoilers, Thor Love and Thunder. No se pierdan verla con nosotros, pasarla así chévere en una sala privada. Solo 35 SO, Cinemark de Plaza San Miguel, 8 de la noche. Entra al link, escríbenos, pucha tu madre.
Así es. Y si te gustan los Hot Toys, puede haber una sorpresa muy especial, ¿eh?
Uy, ahí está. Hitler.
I am so overjoyed to be here tonight. I want to say Ragnarok was one of my favorite films, one of our favorite films for sure. And so we're so excited for
Tremendo CPP, ¿eh?
El amigo Waika Taititi.
And Chris has talked about this. You came in and you kind of wanted to shake things up in a very big way. All of you did. Can you talk about what you kind of wanted to do with Thor when you came in?
On the first one, it was really just about working with Chris's strengths. You know, like I'm good friends with him, and he's he's just the kind of guy that you want to be on an adventure with in real life. And so we just wanted to really embrace that and work with his strengths, which is he's just good at everything. And so
Homero Adams,
we wanted to take it a little further and introduce this concept of love and what it means to Thor.
Por el ternazo.
Let me ask you, did you have to convince anybody to let you make Thor a himbo? Do you know himbo?
Well, I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a
like a
Andangamos.
It's like a golden retriever man.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think I have to
Andangamos.
convince
¿Quién está
anyone
30? ¿Quién?
At all, really, no.
Really? They just let you do it?
Yeah.
Una prostituta,
I
seguro.
think everyone knows, it's exploitation, really, isn't it?
Yes. It's about time we had some exploitation in the film industry. Now,
oye, ¿cómo le van a quitar luego ese hombro al pata de su terno alquilado? Su terno gastó.
No, ya así para siempre se queda.
Puta, le van a hacer pagar el terno. Está loco. Ahí en Disneyland le han dicho, oye, concha, oye, weón, tienes que ir así, estás huevón, porque es Thor, mano. No, pero le he alquilado esta mierda. ¿Qué fue? No, mano, ¿qué fue? Parte de tu trabajo, tu instrumento de trabajo. ¿Acaso el albañil va sin su palo y su pico?
No debe comprometerse con el trabajo.
Claro, pues.
Como lo llaman algunos, ponerse la camiseta, ¿no?
Por supuesto, exacto, que ponerse la camiseta.
Maybe open that window a little bit more, Yeah.
People saw what you could do with it. Yeah.
La voz de
Now, we're also introducing some other characters that I
en la gran premier también.
That same run of comics
Se escucha.
later. Especially Gore, the God Butcher. What made you choose Gore for the villain?
Well, at Marvel, me and Brad Winderbaum,
Que hay multiverso que sí, confirmo 30 sola ahorita ni recommended, dice. Le han pegado con silicona sombrera. Sí, de todas maneras. Está cagado ese weón. Tacatatán, rantan, tacatatán. Oye, pero van a transmitir la película, ¿no? Por acá.
Obviamente. Yo imagino que sí, ¿no?
Oye, a la chica le han puesto su... ¿Qué ha dicho en la peluquería para que le hagan ese corte en cabello, corte de costado? Quiero un corte claro. Quiero un corte que se inspire en Thor, pero también en Majin Buu. Así es, son mis dos personajes favoritos.
¿Cómo sería un meco?
Un metor. ¿Cómo sería un me pequeñito? Todos se cagan de la risa de Sandra Arana. Puta, y se volvió videoclip. Salió un clip todavía, se volvió coche su madre.
Todo el mundo nunca olvide ese.
Hijos de puta, weón.
Pero peor son aquellos que lo pasan en sus programas, ¿no?
Ah, eso sí.
Uy. What's going on is that I am here with executive producer Victoria Alonso, and we were just talking about the amazingness of Taika Waititi.
We are so blessed to have his talent,
que es denominada persona de color en Estados Unidos.
Energy to bring another Thor to the world. How exciting is that, right? I mean, we started, I know, Thor 4. That's a hard one to say, Thor 4, especially for a foreigner.
I was trying to start a 4 for Thor chant, and then I realized how hard it is to say. 4 for Thor for blah, 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 blah.
Thor for the, no, that would be a big, that would be a difficult one, yeah. No, but it's super exciting to have him and the mighty Thor.
Creo que dijo no, pero es super exciting, dijo.
Again, another privilege.
I have to ask you
a algunos latinos se les escapa el
the origin story of how you all decided that this was the right time for the mighty Thor and bringing in this story from the comics.
Well,
y las primeras reacciones deberían salir ya
en medianoche.
Con esas frases clásicas que dicen la mejor película de Marvel, la más divertida,
la más ambiciosa,
la más ambiciosa de todas las de Thor.
Corte Hawkeye en decadencia, dice la gente. Recontra llego a Victoria Alonso. Dice, la gente que la quiere hacer a Victoria Alonso. Señora respetable.
Victoria Alonso, Amy Pascal, Kathleen Kennedy.
Beautiful relationship between Valkyrie and the
John F.
beautiful
Kennedy.
friendship. Can you talk about bringing that to the screen without spoilers?
I think it's a true buddy. They're buddies. I mean, Thor and Valkyrie are buddies, and she's doing the job that he said, I don't want to do. Please be king and take it over. And I think that throughout their time together, they learn about each other, and they not only do they learn about how to meander through this world, but also to be friends, to be true friends and support one another.
And that's one of the joys of watching this film, watching all the friendships over time. Thor's been on such a journey, and this film has been on a technological journey.
Watch Party el sábado,
Can you give us insight into working with the volume and what that
production
process was like?
You know, every year we get some new development in technology, and I think having the volume and having
Su Rocky 2 dicen, ok.
Para terminar esta parte al menos de la saga. Con el triunfo.
Luego ya que Dragon Ball, ¿no?
Ya, claro, empezaríamos.
Y también Thor.
Oye, pero Thor, ¿qué nos queda?
1, 2 y 3.
Sí, ya para qué Guardianes.
Aparte que lo que nos importa no sucede en Guardianes. Guardianes veremos cuando salga Guardianes.
O las previas para el especial de Navidad, pues.
Please go see it in any format all over the world. Thank you.
2D, 3D, 4D, 4 Thor.
No, porque ese es también
all of them.
Creo, no sé, no se sabe nada.
Thank you. Great to see you. All right, we are so excited to keep talking to people who are involved with Thor. Let's keep taking a look.
Los comentarios alguien puso It's Morbin Time.
Anything in this movie. But we should talk a little bit about the new hero and new villain.
That's right. We are very excited to see the mighty Thor, Jane
Están
Foster.
comentando un montón de
And also,
Morbin
we've talked
Time
a
en
lot
los comentarios del
about Gore the God
stream
Butcher.
de YouTube.
¿Del original?
Sí, sí.
Who are they really?
Ah, ¿verdad, no?
Va a llegar un día.
Hashtag Morbius.
Va a llegar un día que efectivamente van a hacer que el personaje aparezca en las películas del MCU.
The old ex-girlfriend.
Un cameo por aquí, por allá.
3, 4 Ojalá que sí.
8 years, 7 months and 6 days. Give or take.
Ya lo hicieron con Spider-Man. Va a ser sí,
Siempre va a pasar.
You are not like the other gods have killed.
Oh, los guardianes.
Los quitaron por completo.
¿No los han invitado a la película o qué?
Están guardando.
Watching all these clips.
Resguardando.
One thing jumps. I mean, a
O le da
lot.
falta a la
One
película.
thing that obviously jumps out is
¿Habrá Watch
the
Party de Boys?
aesthetic
No, mano.
choices of this film.
It is
De hecho, hasta donde sé ya está el
80s
capítulo
and
disponible para ver.
powerful,
Claro,
so
descarguen más.
heavy metal.
Y
And a
pueden,
lot
pueden
of
verlo
that is
ustedes
due to
solos,
the
o
visual
sea,
effects team.
es una
Yeah.
sugerencia.
Some of the views, I mean,
Sí, no sé, o sea, de poder se puede, no hace falta.
Que necesite César.
Two of my favorite characters in the new film, almost entirely computer generated. The goats, Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder.
But also, just looking
Oh, pero
at the
que entrevisten a... ¿Ya habrán entrevistado a Kevin
just the
Feige? ¿Está bueno?
locations, the places this movie goes.
No ha ido y se le paltea la
and the
película.
No,
technology
está
that they
loco.
use to create.
Ah,
They're using things
A
like
mí
the
multiverso
volume, they're
nomás,
using things like these
multiverso.
giant LED backgrounds.
Claro.
where
Invítenme a
actors can
películas de
sort of
multiverso.
see what they're doing in the space that
That's
they're
new
in.
because we're used to seeing
Prueba de
the
desarrollo de
behind-the-scenes
personaje,
shot
váyanse a la
in this
mierda, no,
green,
no,
eso ya lo hice en la fase
screen
1 ya.
space, and this was a fully
Claro.
immersive, just
¿Todavía
set
sigue vivo
the
Thor?
volume
¿Cómo va a ser?
in which they could act
Estoy con
a
América
little more
Chávez.
organically.
Yeah. And of course, the wide
que todo
range
mundo
of
quiere y
creatures
respeta.
and characters that show up that are entirely CG. I mean, Core.
Ay, pero ¿qué? ¿Thor 5 dicen habrá? ¿O no?
My favorite boy.
Business
Si
Meek.
jala plata, de
a
todas
brand
maneras.
Meek.
Okay, so Meek's power suit. I think
Tiene para rato
that's
ese
not
weón.
spoiled,
No, that's in the trailer.
But Meek's power suit, something to watch for.
Pero si la
in
gente quiere su
this
Thor 5,
film.
debería comprar entradas para ver
obviously, you know,
Thor
everything
Love
they
and
do and
Thunder
everywhere they
este
go
miércoles 6 de julio.
is
¿no?
due
Es cierto.
to this incredible VFX
Es
team
verdad,
and their
porque
work. Let's take a little
mientras más
look
entradas
at
compren,
how
más
those
van a
VFX
apoyar a
were
Chris
created for
Hemsworth.
this film.
Así es.
Claro.
God of Thunder,
King Yakan.
you have finally joined our
Oh, no es el emperador, weón.
Better late than not at all.
De Star Wars,
Very
weón.
nice.
Palpatine, weón.
As you know, we used to live in a peaceful oasis, but then our gods were murdered.
Murdered.
And now our sacred temple
Erika
has been
Ishii
left
y el otro
unguarded
Carbonis.
and Opus resorts to control of its power.
Es de la India.
It's our most sacred shrine, and it desecrates.
Not for long. King Yakan. Tell them what happened here today. Tell of the time that Thor, the ragtag motley crew, misfit desperados, turned the tide in the battle and etched their names in history. The odds may be against us, but I'll tell you this for
Ya está.
free. Here it comes. This ends here and now!
Ah, está mal. Clásico de...
Uf, grande Taika Waititi, la comedia.
Claro,
We
grande.
have a
Un
wonderful
grande ese.
moment
Sí.
happening right
Ahorita
now.
que
Karen
ponen
Gillan
Bring Flash
is
to
checking
MCU.
out a Nebula cosplayer
Ah,
who is an
Pasa con la
amazing
gente,
Nebula
weón.
cosplayer, if I may
están
say.
locos, o bueno.
I will never get over the interactions of the fans and their beautiful work getting to
Oye, pero debieron
meet the people
invitarlos
who embody those
siquiera. O
characters on screen
habrán
and
decidido
vice
así en
versa.
equipo. No, no vamos a
Here's
ir a esta
Karen
hueá.
Gillan right now.
Ahí está, ahí
Ahí
está.
está.
Oh, hi, that's you.
No
Oh,
rajando.
ella
gigante
sí
ese
saltó,
weón.
ella
That
sí.
Nebula cosplay.
That was really cool. I've seen 2 Nebulas so far, and the makeups have been completely intricate and
tarde,
incredible.
tarde.
And I'm like, how are you doing that
Eres
yourself?
un mujerón en toda
It
la
takes
regla.
2 people about 4
Oye, sí,
hours
weón.
to do
Oye, pero
it to me.
con ellas que hagan lo que han hecho con Jennifer Lawrence, pues que le vayan quitando
Yeah, it
piezas
has
poco a poco.
actually. Yeah, it started off
Vale.
as about 5 hours on the first
Y solamente-
film, and now we have it
en
down
el
to
MSU
about
están todos
3 hours.
comprometidos con sus papeles.
And it's just much more streamlined.
Ah, ya.
Como
Que le
enfoque.
manden
Now,
el
we saw about maybe, 15, 30 seconds of Thor
No te
and the
entendí ni
Guardians
mierda.
interacting at the end of Endgame, and we kind of saw
Vale.
a
Que la
little
maten
bit
como a
of
mis hijos.
what that interaction is going
Ah,
to be
la
like.
clave,
I
la
know you
clavada.
can't say too much, but can you give us a general, what's the vibe between the Guardians and Thor?
The vibe is really fun. I would say the vibe is bonkers. You know, Taika, the director, has such a specific style and tone. It's completely bonkers. He has his own like brand of humor in a way, and so I think you're going to see the Guardians kind of plopped into that world and that sort of sense of humor. So you're going to see a more bonkers side of them. And yeah, it's going to be funny to see them interacting with each other.
And it feels like, though, you know, between James and y'all and everything you've been doing on Guardians and everything Taika and the team have been doing on Thor, space is just sort of like a bonkers, wacky place
la chica no se pregunta.
I think it is. And the weird thing is I've spent probably
no sé nada, aún está mirando
at this point, so it's becoming really normal to be. It's more bonkers on Earth.
Nebula is in some ways very much the straight man a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Yet you still manage to get those zingers in.
Yeah, she's a very serious. She takes herself really seriously, and in that, I kind of find a lot of comedy.
Pero ya Nebula no es lo que solía hacer, pero ya fue.
Es una huevona más.
Claro, se ha convertido en la amiga de la gente.
Claro, es parte del grupo. Ya hace chistes ya.
On the straighter side of things, she's an angry former sadist.
She's so angry.
No se parece a lo de los cómics.
And then, not to stifle that emotional expression, because
no es mi
Nebula. Women to be angry.
Claro. So she's angry. She should be angry.
Ella pasó tiempo con Tony, así que debe estar así mal por su muerte también.
Claro, debería estar pasando también por una etapa así oscura. Pero no.
Claro.
Verdad, no, ella ha tenido cierta conexión emocional con
Tony Peco, estuvieron conviviendo en la Milano ahí.
Pero ¿creen ustedes que hubo ahí sal?
Yo solo diré que Tony estaba bastante delgado, ¿no?
Un demolientero lo dejó
trapo.
Sí.
And so it was a little bit bittersweet
lo dejó
in a
trapo.
sense, but
eso por eso no se pudo sostener en sus piernas.
Did it feel kind of different? How was it for you to be
Yo creo que
to have Nebula be a full-fledged part of the crew and just be able to
al traje le pasa.
that side of things where you get to be a little bit more wacky and chummy with the other characters?
I was really excited to be like, am I a fully fledged Guardian? Yes, I think I am. And I was like, I did not think that was going to happen from the first time I played the character in the first film. So to get to actually really be part of the team and kind of, just feel a part of it in that way was an honor.
And did you and Sean have to eat at a different lunch table until Guardians 3, and now you get to eat at the big lunch table with the cool kids? Is that how it worked?
Okay, so not literally, but metaphorically, yes.
Well, we are glad to have you at the Cool Kids table now.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for talking with us, Karen.
Thank you so much.
Karen Gillan, thank you so much. Tamara, what you got going on? Who you with?
Oh my gosh, there is so much going on down here. So,
Christian
Bale just walked by, Chris Hemsworth just walked by, and I have to say, like...
¡Oh, la chancó! ¡Oh, Christian Bale la golpeó, huevón! ¡Mira ese agresor!
Terrible.
Terrible lo que ha hecho Christian Bale a la pobre. Hasta la hueva, Sol. Cancelado eso.
Cancelado, por favor. No tan milo de Twitter.
Maldito agresor, carajo.
Que estaba gritando en el set a los técnicos ahí. Ahora le pega a las entrevistadoras.
Está la mierda ahí.
Vamos a contratar ese tipo de gente.
Funado.
Lo bueno que salió todo en vivo, ¿no? Así que la gente puede darse cuenta de que no hay nada montado.
Esa entrevistadora no es la amiga de Buzz Lightyear. ¡Hala!
The other thing that's really cool is seeing all of the executives greet each other, and they've all worked so hard on this movie. And so to hear Luis D'Esposito talk about that this is actually the night that makes him the most nervous. He's seen the film already a bunch of times through the production process.
Manrique.
I love the fact that all of these executives, all of these filmmakers care just as much as we do about delivering a fantastic movie for the fans. It's pretty amazing. You see that heart on screen, you see that partisanship,
pero no cualquiera continúa.
Claro, no cualquiera continúa porque no cualquiera entiende el...
También va de acuerdo al timing, ¿no?
Claro, exacto.
Falta nomás Julieta Prende que diga, lo dejo con los maestros del humor.
What's happening over at your stage?
Dejó de ser el mejor Chris.
We are here on the stage with the man,
Atorrante Bell con la chica ardilla. Dice. No, uy, ahí está, apareció.
El gorras, como le dice.
Pero más vale que tenga su gorro de Love and Thunder, ¿no?
No.
Ah, sí, ahí tiene.
Sí, ahí está, su corazoncito.
Y su truenito ahí.
Y corazón roto puede ser, ¿ah?
No.
No diré nada más.
You know, this
El
is
corazón.
this is a self-contained environment,
poto
so there's
también.
no we have jurisdiction here.
You sure do.
That was big snitch energy, though, Anthony.
I'm
not gonna lie.
sorry. I immediately snitch.
I love
Kevin,
us Thunder.
I just want to. This is so wonderful. 29 Marvel films now with Love and Thunder, and and the momentum is just picking up. How is it feeling?
It feels amazing. It feels amazing every time we're on this carpet. It feels amazing. This is our first solo part 4. So that's exciting, and
Ahí está la primera cuarta película. Oye, Avengers. Allá, solo ahí.
I said to Chris, I said this feels like your first one. It's just
Puta, allá, sí, se ha equivocado, se ha equivocado.
No, ¿qué Kevin Feige? ¿Qué fue? Fue mano.
El mejor productor del mundo llegó, Kevin Feige. Hazme un hijo, dice. Bueno, puede depositarte si quieres su líquido seminal, pero no necesariamente vas a quedar embarazado. Así que...
And so what we can feel like we can safely say what
no
the
te
tone
arriesgues,
might be
diría
for
yo.
this one. But what's the genre?
Se
of
quitará el
this
gorro
one?
para
Because every
caxar.
Marvel film is pretty much a different genre.
Yo creo que no, tampoco. Nadie lo conoce sin gorro. Es como el Bizarrap, igualito. Tiene su lente y su gorro y nadie lo conoce como es normal. Ya es parte de su persona, eso le da estatus. Pues, no. Si se quita el gorro es cualquier mongol en la calle, es un gringo de la iglesia de los santos de los últimos días. Así.
Un pelado más.
Es un pelado más, está huevón.
I feel to be sort of adapting this Jason Aaron run, which was a hugely influential run, and bringing back Jane as Thor, which was a hugely influential run on the comics.
Two great runs.
On the comics.
Está hablando del cómic de Mighty Thor. Por ahí tenía cáncer, pero ahora ¿cuál es la excusa acá?
SIDA, tiene SIDA, mano, acá.
Oh.
Entonces el martillo le da poder así retroviral.
There it is.
Y no sé por qué se pueden hablar de cómics y nadie lo va a leer.
Before you leave, just drop one thing that you're not supposed to drop. Just one big secret right here. Just look right in the camera.
About what?
¿Qué?
About anything.
Dice que le tiene un gran secreto.
I've not seen the end of Obi-Wan Kenobi yet.
Whoa, dude!
I've not seen it. No, I usually stay up and watch it, and I didn't this time. I was
¿Qué? ¿Qué tal mentiroso, huevón?
Ahí está Obi-Wan, pues.
Going on over there. Brad Winterbaum and I
no ha visto, dice, tampoco ha visto.
Studios, Miss Marvel, and how much we love it, and we're from Jersey. And
when you're from that part of the world, it's like going
pero
home
pongan
when you
su
watch
nombre,
that show. It's incredible.
It really is. I mean,
Dice
I have
que
to
es
say,
de Miss Marvel.
I mean, it's
Nadie es, huevón.
¿Quién es de Miss Marvel? ¿Y Miss Marvel?
I know, it's incredible.
¿Quién es ese tarado, mano?
Score, everything about that.
Productor.
Yeah, it's near and dear to my heart for sure.
Disculpa, mano.
So, you're not just involved in Disney Plus shows, which we'll get back to in a minute. You're also very, very involved in this movie. So tell us about what made it special for you and what you're excited for audiences to see.
Con este frío hace hambre esta hora, ¿no?
Sí, por eso yo me comí mi sardinita.
Yo acabo de comer pequeños después de la hora.
Uy, qué rico, mano. Pero los tiene que ser los de pardos, así todo bombado. Con la carne bombada.
Ah, no, de mi madre.
Ah, no vale.
Tiene que ser un alimento así ya caduco, ¿no?
Claro, exacto, pues. Eso.
De la sobra.
Ser un pequeño de...
Como la señora Susana.
De jodó, claro, de jodó.
Como dato curioso, tanto la tía Susana como la tía Maxila dicen jodó. Ambas dicen también.
¿En el mismo universo?
Sí, yo diría que sí.
Puede ser.
And every day is like
no, de Chino y Nacho dice, ¿o Nacho cuál es?
It's really
No es Nacho, más bien es Nacho.
Sí, pero yo no sé cuál es.
No, Nacho es el que sí va a estar vivo. Que va a estar vivo unos años más. Chino es él.
And push at new frontiers of who gets to tell those stories and what the subject of those stories are, and it's
Yo que sé, ya por mí, esta es una invasión.
amazing what's coming down the pipe.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to the Marvel fans. They love getting behind the scenes and have a great time tonight.
Thank you so much.
Sí, llamando ya, vaya nomás.
Sí. Valkyrie! And that is King Valkyrie talking.
¿Será acaso
We're here with Tessa Thompson,
amiga Tessa
King
Thompson?
Valkyrie of New Asgard. Hi.
Okay.
Hello.
Tessa. How's Valkyrie doing with the position of king? Because I feel like she's loving all of the power suits very much, but the rest of it may not be for her.
The power itself, maybe no. No, she's into the suits. She loves.
Oh, qué guapa es Tessa Thompson, mano.
Uy, han puesto King Valkyrie.
No es reina, es rey Valkyrie.
All the folks that cosplay.
Yeah.
That's her favorite. She just doesn't. She's not great with paperwork. Her and Meek are struggling.
Hasta la wea, porque puedo ser tranquilamente reina y ¿cuál es el problema?
Seguro salió de ver Lightyear.
Es cierto.
We were really inspired. Myas, the costume designer, who's brilliant, by Frida Kahlo and her three-piece suits. But it's really fun to imagine what she's like on Earth.
And I do love that she came to Earth, and because she's such a
Grey.
Number one, she was a new character to everybody in Ragnarok and immediately became a fan favorite, which must have been wonderful.
Baron Cohen.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
It was an amazing surprise.
Oh, pero estaba más chévere con su traje blanco de Thor Ragnarok.
Claro, ese traje era pajaza, weón. Ahorita ya está la hueva, mano.
Aparte que los brazos están descubiertos. Algunos sí tienen los brazos descubiertos y otros no.
When we met her in Ragnarok, she had a lot of trauma and she was,
A Evangeline Lilly, ¿por qué no le dejaron los brazos descubiertos?
And she was healing, but she's
porque
Gran tema de Armonía 10.
Claro. Luego de Chancho mi vecina cantó esa.
La canción del inmigrante, ¿no? Profetizando lo que
soy muchacho provinciano.
Español,
soy muchacho provinciano.
Come along, and it was so fun to finally see her have a cape and enter a universe that was familiar to her, but as a superhero.
Es como HCS
that you two have sort of like a buddy relationship already. Yeah, we're good friends. I mean, that's the other thing. That their exes, she and Thor and Valkyrie, are good friends, so it's a real family affair.
La verdad.
I love it. Thank you so much, Tessa
Voy
Thompson.
prendiendo la freidora y dice, a la mierda,
Me too.
no.
I can't wait to see it.
Superior Valkyrie.
Where is Morbius, dice la gente en el YouTube.
Valkyrie,
No, you can do it.
Rey, reina, que sea lo que quiera causa. Dice.
El jugador argentino.
Reina.
El jugador peruano.
Claro.
Reina Maradona.
Reina Maradona, claro.
La nueva reina Pachas.
Claro. Jordi, que sea Jordi, dice
Yeah. All right.
Thank you so much, Tessa.
Thanks so much for having me.
Ay, qué lindo se le ve, ¿no? Puta madre, weón. Se le ve de la puta madre eso.
Uy, ahí está.
La causa.
Uy.
Uf, ahí está. Oye, ¿qué hace este hombre si es un desempleado? ¿Qué fue?
Siempre que se va a trabajar con Netflix.
Hijo de puta,
Para mí que se peleó con su hermano, allá no salen juntos.
Sí, ve, ¿dónde está el otro? Que no sé.
Ya se separaron ya.
¿Dónde está Anthony?
No cachan ya. Anthony está pues en
Choi.
Anthony está en el grupo de WhatsApp.
Los rusos como Alex Russo, Justin. Están los hechiceros.
I love that, and I love the
Se
fact that
regrese a
speaking of
Waverly
family,
Place una vez.
Claro, a la sanguchería.
Oye, verdad, por mi casa hay una panadería, una mítica panadería que se llama El Ruso, huevón. El pata es un... El pata...
la mierda,
¿no?
El dueño es esto, Iván Drago.
El dueño no, es un cajamarquino. De verdad es un cajamarquino blancazo y le dicen el ruso de chapa.
¿Qué tal los panes?
Puta, los cachitos son los más increíbles cachitos que... Los cachitos así, sin relleno, así normales. Qué ricos cachitos. Los mejores cachitos.
Yo diría que fin de mesa, ¿no?
Yo diría que es su cachero.
Entró con todo el caos.
De arranque, la pata.
Era buenas noches, ¿no?
Pero sí, es oficialmente podría decir yo que es
el real.
No solamente es mi panadero, sino también es mi cacho.
Inserte ahí el sticker de Goku con su banderita y se
The Thor movies have talked so much about brother relationships. What's your advice for good brother relationships?
Well, my advice for good brother relationships. Well, if you work together, leave it at work. Never take it home.
Está que le dice, oye, hermano, ¿qué fue? ¿Por qué no está tu hermana acá? Le dice, puta, mi hermano, que yo ya estaré cachando con él.
Seremos siameses, pero va a estar a su lado. Estamos pegados 24 horas al día.
Para los que no saben inglés ya saben lo que dijo el amigo ruso.
También voy a hablar con el Gorras para que no te contrate otra vez. Ni más vas a venir a esta Van Premier.
Qué bueno que te golpeó Christian Bale. Estamos en otros proyectos, le dice, ya ahorita no. El clásico, ¿no? El clásico de...
Pero se vienen cosas.
Sí. Oye, esa tía de ahí que está que se arregla el cierre de causa, ¿qué fue?
Sí, un poquito más de
la de las molinas, ¿no?
Sí, weón.
La que trae el mosquito que
la
canta.
Pepa. Es la Pepa Valdesari.
Es la Pepa Valdesari.
It's interesting to take elements that are pre-existing and put them together in ways that are surprising or different.
Y Fierita, Arroyo Fierita.
Everyone can express themselves in their own way.
Para no hacer la jugada polémica.
Very differently than Taika directs, very differently than Ryan or James directs, and so we're all bringing something very different to this giant collaboration. I think that's what makes it exciting for the fans, and that's what keeps the movie surprising.
Well, thank you so much for showing up. This movie is called Love and Thunder, and it's great to see you bring in so much love to the Marvel Cinematic family.
I'm ready for some Love and Thunder.
Get in there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Sí, ya. Eso no.
Con la reportera, ¿no?
Good to see you ya para mí le dijo mano ya caxe más tarde.
¿Cómo es dominar el idioma inglés, no? Si ya directas todas esas cosas.
Uy, mira, un tachalo.
No hay una árabe también. No, era una Gore. Yo pensé que era una árabe, pero era una Gore.
¿Qué momento explotan? Cuidado, muchachos.
La mía de Kamal.
And we talked about how Thor is 60 years old this year, starting with Journey into Mystery.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Quedan 3 capítulos, ¿no? De Miss Marvel, ¿no?
If you want to dig deeper into the Marvel universe.
You can find 30,000 comics on Marvel Unlimited app. Let's take a look.
Welcome to Marvel
Uy, ahí está.
Unlimited.
Los 60 años de Thor, dice.
Explore the Marvel universe. The characters you know. The stories you love.
All of course.
For a low price.
Nunca verás una película.
All in one place. All at your fingertips.
O está nula, confirmado.
This is Marvel Unlimited.
Confirmado todo el simbionte acá.
La gente, puta, sí, me compro la suscripción anual y no leen ni mierda.
Oh, mira, hay alguien con traje de CGI. Ahí dice que compren entradas.
Así es, compren entradas para Love and Thunder para este 6 de julio, cuando hablemos con spoilers.
Some of the best fans in the universe, the Marvel universe out here, and we are watching their reaction to everybody showing up, and I believe we have just seen the arrival of Chris Pratt, Star-Lord himself.
Star who?
Star-Lord.
Star-Lord?
Yeah.
Gosh, I can never get it right. I'm doing a bit.
Oh my gosh, I just saw, did you see the mocap Korg costume?
I did, that's my favorite costume.
Somebody is dressed as Taika doing mocap for Korg.
Oh, eso yo lo dije. Porque se copian los entrevistadores.
Can we cut to a
Sí,
shot?
son por falta de talento.
Korg, CG Korg with the goats.
Hasta la huevas.
It's very exciting for us.
América Chávez
I
también
really
atrás.
seriously shout out to all of the Marvel fans. They've been here for longer than we have, out in the sun, and we get a little bit of shade now. But they've been out here in their leather and furs and wigs and helmets. Thank you all so much.
Está Chris Pratt.
You're incredible.
El que se quejó de que Anna Faris le había dado un hijo mal,
un hijo enfermo.
Hijo enfermo, dijo. Gracias que mi nuevo hijo me salió bien. Como el anterior ahí.
Ah, la mierda. Oye, pero ¿de qué sufre el hijo de Anna Faris?
No sé.
That is commitment. That is absolutely
Solo
commitment.
comentamos lo que
Atarantado
dijo.
es.
Sufre de un terrible atarantamiento.
Crónico, agudo también.
Ah, ya. Es libertario entonces.
Claro.
I have actually.
Oye, mire esa árabe, ¿qué fue?
Cuidado que lleva mochila.
Because I am quite
verdad.
red leather jacket. And
No quiero pensar mal, pero.
of the characters that I'm not
Oye, lo de
sure
gorrita
that
celeste que
he's
están promocionando.
officially part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
¿Verdad, no?
Yet.
But if you
Martin
are
Power.
a
A fan of Marvel and Marvel Comics, you might be able to figure out which one.
El de atrás sí es, el de atrás sí es gore. Pero la otra era un árabe nada más.
I did. I've got a very good Civil War Spider-Man at home that I do.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And when I do it, I walk around with Cap's shield.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Nosotros haríamos mejor trabajo llenando el espacio hablando.
This is what people
Sí,
pay
weón,
for.
eso es mierda.
I think so.
Qué huevada.
I'm glad they're getting a lot of them then.
We are just minutes
Hasta
away.
la hueva, hasta la
Cuando
hueva.
llegue un invitado, hablaremos otra vez del pan, ¿no? O de la
I
sardina.
am so excited for people
Claro.
Es cierto, ¿verdad? Hablando de sardina, voy a abrir otra latita, pero ahora de atuncito.
So worth seeing in the theaters. You just want to see those goats.
Atún en agua y sal, ¿eh?
Oye, para mí el mejor atún es el que viene en agua y sal nada más. ¿No?
Sí, es verdad. Puta, muchísimo mejor.
¿Tú le metes tu toquecito de limón o así nomás?
Su limoncito, sí, le meto su limoncito y a veces le meto su sal con... O sea, hago mi cortecito en mi cebolla, la corto en cuadraditos.
Claro.
También le... Claro, qué rico, su pancito, su pan francés con... Y su café. Qué rico.
Creo que la gente que va a trabajar después de desayuno, una lavadita de dientes también.
Claro,
no se vayan de frente con la turra.
Claro, fue apestando a mierda.
But the last we saw of them, it seems that tensions were thick in the ship.
La gente diga si es team aceite o team agüita con sal.
No, con sal. Está más caro, eso sí, pero...
Con aceite resbala.
¿Por qué resbala?
Con agua con sal de puro
But I
arde.
gotta say, Thor and Star-Lord, very similar dudes with very similar egos, and having the two of them together has got to be a very interesting thing, and it must have been a fun thing to play out.
Ya dijo Alberto de cartón. Y papel.
Dice atún, limón, sal, cebolla picada y al pan, papu, más rico que Karen Gillian.
Eso qué malcriado.
Enfermo eres.
I'm very curious myself to see
su ají limo también picadito.
because obviously we know what we did.
Claro,
You know how Marvel
Sí,
is. They won't even let us know what's going on.
Esto
And
que
so
se te ahí.
I'm about to go in this theater and find out what the hell we did.
Ooh, is there anything that you're excited for people to
Algunos lo agregan con a esa mezcla de atuncito y cebollita y limón, su papita sancochada, ¿no? Para el almuerzo.
I'm very excited to watch him, the
Claro,
God
pero de
Slayer.
papa y arroz como
I'm
que
really excited to, you know,
Puta, qué rico, su papita sancochada. Que claro, pero tiene que ser su papita guairo, pues, si no,
Claro,
nada.
con cascarita.
Claro, con todo cascarita.
Pero bien lavado también, no es con tierra.
Con tierra lo comen, no sean asquerosos. Pues.
Botando ahí las piedras en cada masticada.
Claro, estás mordiendo ahí toda la tierra, ¿no?
And we got space goats now, man.
Bueno, voy a mandar ahora la foto del... Solamente para...
La gente entra pues en trompo. ¿Dónde está la foto? ¿Dónde está la foto?
Ahí está.
He was like, I've rewritten the script.
Ahí voy a mandar la foto de la marca.
Creo que dijeron que cambie el título porque en los hashtags había puesto Alfombra Roja. Disculpe, te grité todavía.
Alfombra inclusiva.
Claro. Alfombra.
Typically no, but I guess Taika kind of plays by his own set of rules. You know what I mean?
Bueno, no lo voy a cambiar
with,
nunca.
You'll see.
Yo sí, dice.
Yo sí,
It's kind of an inside joke to play on James, and you know, it's a bit of that
Se
sort of
conoció
improv
3R,
where,
¿no?
you know, see what you can roll with.
Claro, el 3R.
And you're no stranger
3R y es en sala y está barato, está barato. Bueno, ya no recuerdo cuánto me costó ahora, pero te dura un montón.
Antes de la pandemia.
No, en pandemia lo compró.
I mean, we've wrapped Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It's a little too late now. I'm not the director, you know, I'm just the actor. So I show up and do my thing, and I'm sort of at the mercy of what they want to put in the show.
10 de 10.
So whatever they say that you have to give to somebody else, you're going to give that.
Absolutely.
Esto sí me da más ganas de comerlo directamente de la lata, pues no como el de con aceite que puta, no, güey. Hay que escurrir.
Muy grasiento esa
Hay que escurrir esa hueá.
Absolutely my pleasure to be here. Thank you both for having me
O sea,
here.
tú abres tu latita esa. Tú agarras la latita, la abres y todo el aceite lo tiras por el cañito de.
Claro, o sea, igual. Igual le voy a envolver, a colocar en una bolsa. No hay forma de.
Y la tiras por el desaguadero.
Claro, igual. Igual la bolsa va a ir al mar, así que todo va a estar en la mierda. No hay forma de evitar eso.
La gente piensa que separando las cosas ayudan a algo.
Pero lo que sí es que esa grasa se acumula en
los caños,
los caños, es por eso. Pero no porque vas a saber.
Ahora si quieren de vez en cuando limpiar esas cañerías de la cocina, un poquito de bicarbonato y de ahí su vinagre y ya está.
¿Ah, sí?
Claro.
No quiero.
Que se tape.
Yo me he comprado ácido ascórbico, no sé qué vaina. Venden en.
¿Y rico?
Con marca Bombril, pero. Acá dice que disuelve hasta cabello.
Vale, eso para arroba. Ya está presa.
La mía. O ya no es punible, ya no hay cárcel para ciudad.
Punible.
Together.
You know,
there's an incredible group of artisans that came
libertad,
together.
hablar de libertad.
Has 25 costume changes, and that doesn't count the variations
No tan prófugo como cierto abogado.
that we need.
Es verdad.
So, you know, it's pretty amazing seeing all
Prófugo,
of this.
pero nunca
What's been
correlo.
happening up there? What's been some of your favorite moments so far?
Ooh, you know what? I love the fashion. I loved it.
Carlos, ¿ya viste
Nah,
el episodio?
estoy esperándote para verlo con todos, la gente. Pues.
Ya fue eso, ya.
Ya fue, mano.
¿Qué se ve?
Velo tú, no necesito de alguien.
Pero no tengo Zoom, no tengo Amazon.
No, es por eso mismo, güey. Yo tampoco tengo Amazon.
Pero descargan PayPal.
Pero quiero renegar con gente. Romper mi 10 cómics de Hero Guns firmada por Gareni. Eso los voy a romper. Los tengo acá listos para romperlos para ver el capítulo.
Pues de romperlos porque son dibujos más feos.
Eso sí.
Sí, no sabe dibujar ni desnudos ni nada.
No, pero si no, Karen no es dibujante. Justamente, ¿cómo se llama?
No, Jock
Oye, ¿qué fue?
Es la nueva Mary Jane.
Oye,
Ahí está Lady Sif.
Uf, Ricolina.
Así para limpiar las cañerías, ¿no?
Claro.
No.
Ah, ya.
Sí, la grasa.
¿Y esa?
Ahí está la escritora. Ella es la escritora de Thor Love and Thunder.
Ah.
Esa no
sí, es escritora.
Claro, escribe. Dice.
¡Hala!
Esa no sé quién.
¿Qué dice Juan? ¿Qué fue? A freír.
A freír. Ahí está otro hermano de Chris Hemsworth.
Thor fake, weón.
Es otro hermano de Chris
Hemsworth sin barba.
Como dice, sin talento. Con menos talento, dice.
Karen Gillian. Igual Kata y Tiki.
Uy, ahí.
Uy, ahí está con su esposa de Christian Bale, su esposa.
Mejor Chris.
Como hombre de bien, pues, ¿no?
Viendo
solos.
all know Mjolnir and Stormbreaker, but there might be something else in the universe that's
Xochitl
just
Gómez
as
dice que
strong.
él es la que pregunté.
By California
¿Qué? Ni cagando.
No, no hay forma.
¿Qué fue?
Mjolnir, Stormbreaker.
Tomó el suero de super soldado.
Ya está.
Forged in the heart of a dying storm.
Tiene 40 años ya, mano.
Capable of summoning the almighty Bifrost.
Almonds, an excellent source of magnesium to help support immunity.
Publicidad de Manny.
El lúpulo de...
Claro, el lúpulo.
Cachín.
Es el cachín americano.
California almonds.
Almendras.
See Marvel Studios Thor: Love and Thunder
Almeji.
in theaters July 8th.
Hey guys.
Hey, Tamara.
You know, tonight has been absolutely
Bradley
amazing.
Cooper.
It's been wonderful to
¿Dónde está
see
la gente que
the
de
talent
peso?
come through here and to
¿Dónde
see,
está Drax?
honestly, Tamara, I gotta say, my favorite
El
thing
muertito, ¿dónde está el
is
que se muere en
just
esta
the
película?
absolute joyful vibe that all of these people have about this movie and about working together. It's been wonderful to see.
It's true, but wait, I have to ask you a question. Did you sell me out to Kevin Feige?
Oye, no hay nada en la lata hoy.
Look, listen, he's...
Como sea, quieres
I get
sacar.
flustered in front of a
Hay que sacar el impuesto, pe. Está loco.
Ya están pasando los
ahí,
cosplayers.
limpio,
I
¿no?
gotta tell you, the first thing that pops in
Están
my
pasando
head
los
is
cosplayers en
someone
la
else under the
película.
bus. I'm a bad person, Tamara.
You are not
Y ahora sí
a
pueden pasar
lawyer.
ustedes,
You have
concha
learned
su
nothing
madre, hijo de
from the
puta.
Guardians. You have learned
Les hemos
nothing
dado
from
por las
Team
huevas,
Thor.
les hemos dado...
I'm sorry, I'm a weak,
Entradas.
I'm a weak
Hay
man.
que hacer bulto, nadie quiere venir.
We love you, Tamara.
Oye, de verdad, fuera de vaina, pareciera que la
Mira,
gente
se le cayó algo a la chica, weón.
Este ya se lo llevó ya.
It's been great
Uy,
to host this with both of you, sending all the love
Uy.
right back to you.
All right, everybody, make sure that you get your tickets for July 8th.
Ahí dice que ahora sí es cierto que
Love
se
and
aseguren de
Thunder.
tener sus entradas.
That's right. It's going to be amazing. Thank
Y
you
qué
all
mejor
for
que
joining
con
us. It has
Hablemos
been
con
absolutely
spoiler.
wonderful. Thank
35
you to the
soles ya de
fans. Thank
preestreno.
you to the cast and
2 días antes de
crew
Estados Unidos.
that have joined us
Thor:
here
Love and
tonight.
Thunder, Cinemark San Miguel, 35 soles.
Función con subtítulos, ¿no?
Así es.
Latino.
Mañana ya salen los reviews, ¿no? O todavía va a haber beta.
No creo.
Las primeras reacciones a medianoche.
Cágale la experiencia a tu amigo estadounidense, mano.
Claro.
No, me refiero a la prensa, no cómo se llama.
Primeras
Puede ser
reacciones
medianoche,
a
¿no?
medianoche. Primeras reacciones a medianoche. Tun,
Pachucha más grande, dice.
Oh, están los ¿viste? Eran los celestias.
Sí, que salen en Guardian.
There's my ex-girlfriend Jane. Valkyrie.
This is the best day of my life.
The Guardians.
Oh, Groot se ve, mira.
Oh, look at those. They are wonderful.
Yes, they are. They also scream quite a lot.
Uf, ahí está, un basado.
Mira,
¡Ese concha! ¡La referencia!
Qué buena.
Like a relaxing holiday.
¿Y si quieren perder eso, no verlo con nosotros en el cine el 6 de julio? Yo no creo, ¿ah? Deberían comprar entradas a esta hora.
Es verdad, es cierto. Ya con eso, con esas escenas que han pasado, yo creo que es suficiente. Oye, creo que hay algo muy erótico ahí.
No, tickets a la venta ahora, Hablamos con spoiler.
Ahora mismo, loco, spoiler, gente, está vendiendo entrada, la Mare, lo veas en vivo con la gente. Thanks for watching. Ya está, eso terminó, amigo. Está terminado, lamentablemente.
Todo lo que es chévere tiene que terminar. Así es. Igual que Hablamos con spoiler.
Ojalá que termine pronto.
Continuamos con
Uno nunca está.
¡Yeah!
Todos los martes a las 7 de la noche.
Adiós.
Adiós.
Chao. Nos vemos.
Compren entrada, caca, compren entrada.
Compren.